output. That'd be a good freaking idea. Let me do that. Oops. So, yeah, he would get into all those things. Did Tay meow? Oh no, I didn't see that. All right, there's another one. Dang. There's a lot going on there. Yeah, so he would get into like the really nitty gritty of all that and like how practical it is and how impractical it is and kind of work you through the thinking to get you all the way through to being like, well, that's interesting, but not a very practical weapon actually. And then you're just like, oh, okay. Like it takes a while to get there, but he talks you through all the logic. Oh, that's unfortunate. The dual stream for YouTube does not look great, but it's okay. That's fine.
No.
We can live with that.
I don't even know if I have it on or not.
I think you turned it on.
I think I turned it on.
Yeah, so it'll be there.
Sure.
Look at me, yeah. Did you see Staz's question? I did, I answered it. I said it's gonna rain cats and dogs. He asked about the weather. I don't have an answer for that. That's my answer. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain, Staz. So yeah, he's my favorite overall. There's been times when I preferred other creators, but he's very stable, you know. I appreciate him. He's also like a pretty cool dad kind of guy, you know. I don't think he's a father at all. I don't think he's ever had kids, but like if he was your dad, you'd be like, my dad's cool. You know what I mean? All right. So do we want to get straight into the gaming stuff, or do you want to dance around a little bit? Talk about some other things first. Your call.
We can dance around a little bit. That's fine. I'm not in no rush
All right.
yet. Things to talk about.
Would you rather never eat fast food ever again or never eat homemade food ever again? I'd rather never eat fast food.
Yeah, same. Because fast food after a certain point gets pretty predictable.
Yep. That's about how I feel.
Like if you're just going for your baseline fast food, like every place has a burger, every place has fries, every place has salads. They might change in the way that they make it, but like at the end of the day, it's kind of mid. Like you're just eating it because you don't want to cook.
Yeah, even the good stuff it would get old pretty quick. I think the fact that it's fast food and not just not homemade food also kind of ruins it, because then you can't do fast casual, you can't do restaurants, you just have to eat fast food. What do you give me grief for, Stas? What did I do? Am I blind or are the glasses gone? Oh, I probably turned that off or something. Let me fix that for you. There you go. It's back. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, no, definitely I would rather eat homemade food forever. So then I can make whatever I need. That'd be fine. Glasses aren't there. I just turned them back on.
Food nowadays.
You might have to refresh.
See them on my end.
What'd you say?
You don't got glasses on my end.
Oh, they're not on, no, but yeah, the redeem's there. Okay, good. They're saying they couldn't redeem it, but it's there now. I checked. I double checked. I turned it off. Someone got an outfit redeem, so I had to disable it so no one could take them off. Anyway, what are my other questions I have here? Oh yeah, let's get straight into the controversy. All right, so I've told my people my opinion on this, I think, and I've also posted about it. So I'm gonna ask you first. How do you feel? Just on, off cuff, without having, I assume you haven't done tons of research on it. I can fill you in after. But I just want to hear off the cuff.
I have.
How do you feel about a goofy little peanut winning the VTuber awards.
I mean, people say that he's like technically a VTuber, but he does not fit any of the criteria to be considered a VTuber just in everything I know about VTubing. Hey, William.
So what you're getting at is like he doesn't pass the vibe check.
No, no, and I mean I have seen online that like he talks shit about VTuber culture, and for him to like win a award that is meant towards the community that he doesn't like is kind of twisted.
Yeah. So I'll add some extra context for why this was like a really big deal. Just before anyone gets annoyed with anything you say. When you say something funny,
Yeah.
So obviously this started with the fact that the guy won in the first place. He wanted to win too. Like he had a thing on his stream that was telling everyone to go vote for him and all this other stuff. He was egged on, as I understand, by XQC and some other like regular old streamers who apparently have quite the grudge against VTubers in general, because they have come along and smacked them real hard on the ass in various games and beaten them, including Marvel Rivals and I think like an Overwatch tournament as well. And apparently he holds a really nasty grudge for that, so he encourages others to do things that are aggressive towards the subculture that is VTubers, which is like, there's so many of them that like that's a really weird thing to do. But anyway, which I want to stress subculture, because like people say community and it's like, well, I mean, I think that's what they mean, but it's worth mentioning that like there are a lot of communities inside of it. They're all separate. Well, thank you for the sub, Annie. I don't know if I said that out loud. I know I thought it to myself, but thank you. I want to make sure I say that. Yeah, so he encouraged Peanut to do it. Peanut thought it would be funny. It would be like a good little troll, which, you know, I get it. You know, if you want to be a little goofy, a little bit silly, a little tongue-in-cheek. They let him, you know, be considered one, so that's on them for allowing him. You know, the award show itself, that's them. You know, so I can't blame him for that part. But it's a bit rude. But, you know, whatever. And then he won, and people were I think justifiably upset and annoyed that, you know, our subculture was being made fun of and you know, made a joke of by being like, oh, this person who looks nothing like anything what you think of when anyone says VTuber gets the award. Instead of he probably really deserved a different award. Like, genuinely, I mean, his growth's been significant. Apparently, people find him very entertaining. Good for him. Just maybe not as a VTuber. You know, they like really stretched the definition, and then whenever anyone asked him, he would be like, no, I'm not a VTuber. It's like, well, then I think that's a bit of a self-report. But, you know, again, setting all of that aside, I could forgive all of that. Up until he had very recently said, after, you know, everyone got kind of upset about it. Actually, no, hold on. Get my order of events here correct. We'll talk about that part later. He said something later, but right after it happened, people were upset. And so Iron Mouse, trying to be, you know, the peacemaker, if you will, you know, trying to keep people from, you know, losing their mind and whatever, encouraged everyone to maybe, you know, let it slide. Play the clip, Jamie. Wish I had someone for that. That'd be great. But, you know, I'm not in a studio. If you send me the clip, Stas, I will see if I can play it. But yeah, so Iron Mouse says something like, what she said maybe wasn't the nicest way to put it either. She was like saying it was like cringe to be upset about it, which is like, well, that's just What do you mean? They did just disrespect everyone. I mean, as maybe there were better words. Whatever, it's fine. So people were a little bit mildly annoyed, I would say, at her for that, because it was just not good word choice. So that went on for like a day or two. Really, nobody said much about it. Any of like the big people involved. As far as I know, these people stream all the time. I don't know every word that they say, but as far as I'm aware. And then it finally came up in Peanut's stream, and he went on this tangent about how actually everyone who's harassed anyone who said anything about this is actually, you know, a VTuber, and all VTubers are actually just 40-year-old fat slovenly men who use voice changers to cosplay as a 15-year-old girl. And he repeated that twice. And now you'd think that that's just like he's just giving a shit, right? But something interesting comes up when you look at what he said. And it is the fact that he claimed that it wasn't his community harassing people. However, in every post that I opened on Twitter, there were people who were, A, downright claiming to be his fan and being like, you know, defending him in one way or another. Someone was pointing out that his chat was kind of slow despite his wildly massive numbers. And people were like, oh, well, you know, I watch him and I put him on TV and so I don't chat. And it's like, okay, I mean, yeah, fair, actually. I mean, good point. But then, you know, right next to them is people saying, well, slurs and other nasty, awful things about whoever's posting. And most of these posts were things like, well, you know, I really just don't agree with this because the way that I define a VTuber, like they're being perfectly reasonable, whether you agree with them or not. And then you'd get people under the comments, you know, dropping the worst things you've ever heard anyone type on the internet without getting instantly banned. It was just like, oh, okay. So his fans are here because there's some of them, you know, naming themselves, and they're not seemingly upset that other people are saying these things. They're not, you know, going after the ones being nasty. So, you know, I think there's an overlap here. I think that's, yeah, and it does take two to tango. That's all fine and dandy. But, you know, Peanut's here saying, it's not my community at all. They're not saying anything. It's like, with, you know, with few exceptions or whatever. It's like, no. Because I've seen VTubers get angry at each other. They don't make alts and do this weird shit. They just attack each other directly. It's the gloves come off. It's not. There's no kitty handling here. They just talk shit direct. Which is something I do kind of appreciate about the subculture that we're in, is the anonymity does allow people to just be themselves instead of having to hide behind 10 layers of obscurement. Anyway, so he says all these things and then says that like any hate going out towards anyone is other people. Oh boy, did that piss everyone off, because that 40-year-old thing, that was something that was being repeated in like every other comment. Every other hate comment on these posts was something about, oh, you're pedophiles, oh, you're this, you're that, you're an old man, you're gross, you're ugly. All the things that he had just said immediately were just like, oh, this is same exact way of thinking. Like they're basically the same person. It's like, were they all just him? Are these his throwaway accounts? Like, this is weird. But then it's like, okay, well, you know, usually the fans are a lot like the streamer, so I think we figured out where they all came from. Not that it was a mystery, but, you know. Oh yeah, false IDs clip. Let's see. Oh, that's like the whole 2-minute one. Oh dear. Yeah, okay. If anyone wants to watch it, it's there. I'm not gonna play that because he says some mean things and I don't like it. But yeah, 40-year-old men cosplaying as 15-year-old anime girls, which involves everything that he ever said. A lot of people wanted to assume that he was just like, you know, not moderating very well, or that he was, you know, not directly involved in any of the harassment, and he would say something to be like, hey guys, like chill out. Like, this is totally unacceptable. I mean, I understand that we were cracking fun and we were having a good time, but like, this is too much. Let's chill out. That would have been like totally cool. And I think everyone would have been like, okay, you know what? That's cool, man. Thank you for that. And moved on. And yeah, no, he doubled down instead and showed his hand, which was interesting. So yeah, that's about the summary of the exact like stuff that was like core to it. A lot of other things were said, and I think the ultimate outcome is we somehow managed to define VTuber finally as someone who meets the technical and cultural requirements, because you can't just be an avatar. You have to be an avatar and involved in the subculture. You know, considering yourself a VTuber would be like 90% of it, because he doesn't consider himself one, which is, you know, hard to say someone is something when they're like, no, I'm definitely not that. So there's your summary there, Rad. What do you think now? What's going on in your brain?
He, just as you said, he doesn't belong in the subculture.
Yep. Won the award though.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Best VTuber. Woo!
anybody can do about it.
Yeah, no, it's already done and dusted. But it was pretty funny. It was a pretty funny series of events. If you
It was funny. Like, I've seen him around on Twitch. I've like stuck around for a couple minutes, like way back. I never really found it interesting enough to stick around.
Yeah, I get the
Maybe
feeling
in that situation.
Yeah. I get the feeling his content is very like, it's very geared towards like your average guy. Your very average working Joe kind of guy who goes to work, comes home, turns on the TV and falls asleep. Like, that's his day.
It sounded very all over the place from what I can remember, and I don't really like.
Yeah, it's
things
just
that are chaotic like that.
it's just a mess. But that's what a lot of people will enjoy. You know, like the average viewer, especially on like Twitch or anything like that. They really appreciate, you know, the really like high intensity, high speed content, because it, you know, keeps you engaged. You know, because God forbid anyone jingles keys in the next room over, they might get distracted. A little bit of undiagnosed ADHD might be going on there. Yeah, they can't keep focus unless something funny is happening every single goddamn minute. Unless they're in the car or something, then they'll put on a podcast from like Joe Rogan. But wait, no, in Joe Rogan, there's something happening all the time there too. Isn't that crazy? It's almost like you need constant dopamine or something.
Yeah.
You know, you can never just have downtime. You can never have a moment. Not even one, God forbid. That'd be awful. It's always about the entertainment, the loop. Yeah, that was a whole situation. All right, this is one I expect you to talk more for, Rad, before my voice gives out early.
Okay.
Broad topic. What are your thoughts on corporate VTubers and just streamers in general? How do you feel about the corporate people?
So, you mean the ones that are like tied to these big organizations, right?
Yeah, or, you know, even if they're not directly employed by them, they're like on a leash.
I mean, quality definitely fluctuates. I've noticed some that are really, really good and some that I probably would never watch again. There's definitely a lot of different kinds of VTubers out there. I've noticed a lot of them that just kind of have a text-to-speech, which, you know, that's pretty cool. A little distracting sometimes.
By that, do you
There was
mean
one that had,
for their
like, an AI
voice?
theme. Yeah, so they would respond with text to speech, and like their chat would also be read in text to speech. So
Oh,
kind of confusing a little bit.
that's a lot of noise. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they had like this AI theme going. I forget what their channel name was, but it was like really hard to pay attention to it.
Yeah, I can see that. If you prefer things to
Like,
be
I
a little
used to
more.
watch a yeah. I mean, I used to watch it like back when the pandemic was in its heights, like every so often, and then kind of stopped up until recently
Hmm.
because I had to know like the bare minimum to be able to VTube myself. I still can't say I know much, but I know a bit.
Gotcha. I know one VTuber and they're pretty cool. It's usually very chill and calm, even with 20 plus viewers. What are you talking about, Staz? You know one VTuber? You know at least several. What are you talking about? You mean one corporate? Also, 20 is a very low number for corporate. That's a little concerning. 200, maybe?
Although I'm not really a fan of like the corporate entity because I look at them as like corporate entities. They represent the company that they work for. So after a certain point, they get pretty samey. Like they might have a different personality, but they'll say exactly what the company tells them to, and
Yeah.
that kind of robs them of their individuality. So like they can have a completely different aesthetic, they can have a different voice, they can have a different manner of speaking, but their opinions kind of lie with whatever the company thinks, and
Has to be in line, yeah.
they all seem the same after a certain point. It's not the same as like those independent VTubers because they can say more,
Yeah.
and they end up with personalities.
A little bit more
That's not
going
the
on.
right word.
They have a more
In their yeah. I don't want to say they don't have personalities because I'm gonna upset somebody by saying it.
oh, upset some people, who cares?
Definitely. Yeah.
If they're upset enough, they can ask you to clarify. If they can't ask you to clarify, then they're a child. And we don't appeal to children here. Oh, the TTS and speech to speech, the voice filters stuff. Yeah, I think you do have to be very mindful of how that works for you. Audio quality is, I think, for most people, pretty important. So if you don't mind how it goes, how you do it, you're gonna run into problems really fast. But it entirely depends on the implementation.
My encoder is overloaded. That's great.
What was that? Oh, your encoder's overloaded.
My encoder's overloaded. That's great. Yeah.
Oh, we might have to look at some things after stream. Um, you might
Yeah.
be, yeah. I can think of some settings that could be tweaked. There's some details to how you do the multi-streaming that do matter.
Yeah, because like on the YouTube side of things, I'm like 20 or so minutes behind, and we've been up for like.
Ooh, 20 minutes. Yeah, that's not something we can fix now because you are live.
Yeah.
But I'd say if you can close anything that we're not using, that'd be good for you. It'll at least help.
It's unfortunate because everything I have on is stuff that we're using.
Yeah, that'll do it. Um,
Everything is being used.
yeah,
I mean, I guess I could turn off NVIDIA. That's not really gonna do anything.
yeah. So corporate VTubers, kind of just to echo what you said, I do think that a lot of them end up feeling very samey, very fitting in a box, which I think is kind of like the original essence of VTubing because it comes from the idol culture. So that's not like a bad thing, but it really doesn't appeal to me because I don't just want the safe thing, I'm I'm a little bit older than like a teenager or something. I don't need something that's safe and comfy. I would like something that is, fun and enjoyable and mostly comfortable, but does occasionally, push a little here, push a little there. I think that's good, for myself. That's how I learn things. That's how I challenge what I believe. I'd rather not just be in a little bubble or anything like that. So I think it has its place, but I wouldn't want everything to be corporate. That would kind of suck. So not usually for me. So there are some corporate talents that are not as collared as others as well, and I do prefer those typically if I am going to watch corporate anything. Okay, here's another one that's this one's a little more controversial than that one. Because that one was a little tame, I think, for both of us. Some people I think have strong feelings. Okay. So hypothetically, right? This is in general. If everyone in a competition is, by the current rules, cheating, but everyone knows, everyone who's involved, all the people watching, all the judges, everybody, they all know everyone's cheating. Nobody enforces anything ever. Does that mean that they're still cheating, or does it just mean that the rules are wrong?
Well, I mean, if everybody's cheating and everybody knows that they're cheating and they just kind of go along with it, I think the game's being played the way it needs to be. If it's
See, I think
accepted,
yeah. I think that's
seems like business as usual, no?
yeah. I mean, that's call it motorsport. Yeah, I mean that's kind of that. You even see this at like really high level. You see this in like national level championships for a wide variety of things. I know some games even have like a rule set built into them, especially like card games and things like that, where if you cheated, more often than not, like usually it's on a technicality in the first place, and it's like, oh, well, I can see why you wouldn't be aware, or something like that. There is a system in place where both players just go, yeah, it's fine, just keep playing, and they just ignore it. Not that like they're intending to, but even then. So I think it does definitely matter. If everybody's doing it and everybody knows, then it's on a technicality it's cheating, but who cares? So then the rules are just wrong. The same way that language changes over time. The rules of games and things like that have to change over time, or de facto change to match whatever the current reality is. You can't just insist that everything always be exactly the same. I mean, there's a reason we don't still speak like, Shakespeare definitely exaggerated with the way he wrote, but in like some kind of like Middle English. It's the reason we don't do that anymore. Nobody wants to. It's the same reason that, certain definitions of words cannot possibly capture the actual meaning of the word because it's just so complicated. Just to do a little callback here, the word VTuber has like a literal written definition of just using a virtual avatar. But the vast majority of people seem to agree that that is not the real definition. It's more complicated. And it's important that almost everyone agree on that, because that means that that is the real definition. It doesn't matter what Merriam-Webster says it is. It doesn't matter what the Oxford Dictionary says it is. If nobody agrees with them, then that's not the definition. Never was, never will be after that. It has changed. The definition would have to either be updated or just accepted as incomplete, because, I mean, in this case, it's just incomplete because you can't really capture culture directly into something like that. Like, how would you add that to it? It's not something you can define clearly, You could try, I guess, but it just wouldn't make good sense. So it's more than that. It's deeper. Language is very complicated. So in the same way, I think games are kind of a way that we communicate something in some format. So it gets the same level of complication to it. Small? Yeah, I'm small. You're gonna be tiny. Why would you do this? It's cold in here. All right. I have some questions for introspection, for looking deep within yourself. You ready for those, Rad?
Yeah.
All right. You might not like this one, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What about yourself holds you back?
I'm very particular about the way I like things, especially when it comes to content creation, and I feel like that's held me back a ton.
Mm.
I won't really post many clips or really leave my streams up because I feel like I could have done better. I feel like sometimes when I do have a good clip that it seems forced, that it sounds like I'm trying too hard.
Mm.
And so I end up never posting anything really.
Interesting.
Like having anything up. So for the longest time was unable to really speak to the same quality and consistency that I have been in recent streams, and I feel like that definitely hurt my retention, because I would say a few things and then I'd be quiet and then I'd say a few things again, and I was like really, my performance was based off of if there were people chatting with me or not, which isn't the way it should be. It should be more me talking around it, and then if somebody says something, then I could build off of it, as opposed to just waiting for those cues.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
I feel like that's what's holding me back.
So it seems like majorly it's self-doubt at the end of the day, at like the quality and the worthwhileness of what you're doing, what you're saying, all those things. I mean, not that this is a therapy session or anything, but I felt largely the same for a good while, and I have learned people don't really care that much, especially when it comes to clips and things like that. It's 10 seconds. It doesn't have to be a Michelangelo. It doesn't have to be, made by the greatest artist ever. 10 seconds of entertainment. That's all you got. That's all you need. So if it's good enough for you to sit there and watch for 10 seconds, good enough. Post it. If you don't get 5 seconds into it and go, ugh, then it's fine. Send it. That's exactly how other people are going to feel. They're going to be like, no, it's fine. Not everything's going to be a banger. And half the time, the bangers are going to be things that you thought they were all right. It's fine, I guess. And then everyone loves it. And you're like, oh, okay, well, sure. We're always our biggest critics. Well, most of us are, anyway. Some people are weird. But you're going to be your biggest critic. So if you think it's just good enough, like it's bare minimum, it's fine. Send it. To answer the question myself, let me drink some water here before I die. What is the biggest thing holding me back? That's a hell of a question. I wrote it down myself hours ago, and I still don't have an answer that I'm happy with anyway. There's some self-doubt, but I do think the level of doubt that I have matches like the skill I have and the talent that I have built up. So where I'm like, I know I can't meet the standard I need to. I'm working on that. Like I'm building skills and I'm practicing, but I'm not there yet. And that's fine. This isn't like an internal thing, but like a lot of it's like, I don't have the time to hit the standard I want to hit. So I need to keep practicing until I can, and then I can go from there. So I think that's a healthy level. I think I lack conviction in certain areas. I don't force myself as hard as I probably should at times. I don't know if I lack the energy for it, though. I think that might be why I don't. It's just, I really want to, try writing more scripts, but I work all week. And then, 3 days out of the week, it was 4. I'm streaming at night, so I don't have those nights. And then I want to relax a little bit, So I'm kind of running out of time to do all the things I want to do. So maybe time management is more the issue, or maybe it's just being realistic. Maybe that's it, being realistic with myself. I'm not good at doing that. I'm not good at being pragmatic about time. Uh, any thoughts on that, or you want the next question?
No, I agree. Time definitely helps. I really don't have an excuse in that regard as to why I'm not trying harder.
Motivation is probably, it's a hard thing to have. Motivation is difficult on
I,
its own.
I don't really have the motivation, unfortunately. Like
I get you.
I
I
do
do.
everything in my off time, but think about streaming. And when I'm streaming, I don't really think about what I'm been doing in my off time. I kind of separate myself like that.
Hmm. It's probably good for your mental
If
health.
I want to perform better, then I have to. If I want to perform better, I got to spend more time on my off time figuring out what I need to do to be
More successful, yeah. What I would suggest for that, and this will go for everybody, cough, cough, Suka, cough, cough, Staz, etc. Hang around people who are going to encourage you to do better, to do more, answer your questions too. You can't see it, but I'm waving. That's me. Hi. I'm happy to help everyone with any technical stuff that they're working on, especially like that's kind of like my thing. I went to college for it. I like to use the skills. It makes me feel useful. So if anyone has questions, wants to do something that they don't even know that they can do, they're like, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, ask me. I probably do. I'm happy to help. I enjoy it, and it's a good time for, I think, everybody. You get to do a little teaching, a little bit of learning, a little bit of both. I often learn things from the people that I talk to when I help out with this stuff too. So I get something out of it too. But there's a lot to learn. I've been doing this for over a year now, and I still feel like I'm barely getting into it. But I talked to some people, frisky, and then I realized that there's a lot of people who don't have the time, don't have the energy, don't have the will to push themselves to learn all of this annoying shit and, read documents and watch YouTube videos from mildly annoying people, if I'm being honest, etc., etc. So, like, I get it, but also, I'm sure you have friends, not just me. Dem can help with a lot of things too. Frisky's learned a lot. I've taught him many things. I'm sure there's other people out there, but socialize and ask people questions and network. Use the connections you have. All right. There's that question done. Deleting questions now so I don't end up going back to them. All right. Any other thoughts on that, Rad?
No, not really. I think you got it perfectly.
All right, cool. All right. This one's a heavier one. A little more personal. Might be a quick answer though. It is for some people. What gives you meaning and happiness in life?
That my OBS just crashed. Lovely.
Oh, wonderful. Well, now's a good time for us to fix that then.
Yeah.
So the main thing you're going to want to check is that your video settings for your YouTube output are just set to the main encoder. Well, thank you, Iron, for the 13 months. Oh my god. It's been over a year. Do you want to show me what you're looking at, and I can... Should take like 2 seconds to make sure that it's...
Talking about the ATM again?
Yeah, item.
Item.
At least I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be very wrong.
I don't know. We reset the output, like
Just show me what you're seeing, so
YouTube servers.
you don't break it.
Okay, yeah. Let's do that.
Sorry, we're having technical difficulties.
Tends to happen like that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look-see.
Yeah.
All right. I only see your OBS source.
Oh, you don't see the...
No, I don't see anything else. I just see like the...
Let's fix that.
Yeah.
I don't know why it like defaults to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
We stream something else, like, please.
Yeah.
There we go. Is it working?
Yep, there we go. Okay, that's fine. Close that window.
Okay.
On the main canvas, that's where we want to be. Yep,
Okay.
right there. All right, I have to find it now again. Advanced settings.
Okay.
Should be okay. It is main encoder. Scroll down for me. Nothing there. Okay, good. Main encoder's fine. That's what you want. Hit okay. Oh my god, hi Dem. Dem just rated. Oh my god, Suka won free merch. Okay, hold on. I gotta write this down. Hi Dem. Welcome Raiders. How are you all doing today? Hope you're doing well. I'm writing something down, sorry. Yeah, what were you guys up to today? What were you doing, Dem? Okay, so let's see what you're looking at here. Which one? The word comp? What? Yeah, so you can sit on it, Suga, don't worry. Sorry, Rad's stream just went down, so we're trying to fix it really fast. Give me 1 minute, everybody. But welcome in, Raiders. If you have to take care of yourselves, raid and run, feel free. Okay, so let's look at your encoding settings.
Yeah. For here or for YouTube too?
These should be the same. Okay. Constant bitrate.
Ultra low latency. This was at 10,000 when I started, so I had to.
Oh, you can set that to so rate control. Hit rate control. That one. Variable bitrate is fine.
Okay.
So 6,000 to 10,000 is fine. It will apply the specific settings for whatever platform you're pushing to and adjust things a little bit here and there. Preset. Let's look at preset.
Preset.
Yeah,
Here we
right
go.
There. Not familiar with that.
Me neither.
You can bump it down to medium and you'll probably be fine. You're pushing 1080p, so I don't expect it to be a problem. Yeah. Which is fine. That's what everyone takes anyway. Screenshotting proof. I already wrote it down, so don't you worry. Scroll down a little bit for me. Okay, hit apply.
I don't need to turn the latency down to like the lowest.
No.
It's ultra low, and that's what YouTube wanted when I was looking.
Well, you can do any of those for YouTube.
Okay. Leave it alone.
I think I usually run on high, actually. Like the normal latency. Almost forgot to do a poll. Yeah. Okay. You should be able to stream again. Start with just Twitch and then see if you can see if that's stable.
Okay. Twitch.
Yep. let that run for like 5 minutes and see if you're
Yes.
still choking.
We still sharing?
Yeah, we should be. Let me take a look, see here. Yeah. Yep, still shows you in here. Now that you're live again, we can share chat again. So there we go. Okay. Anyway, let me say hi to Dem. Dem, what were you doing? How are you? And for all the raiders, I'm Tailser. This is Rad. We're doing chatting today. We're just hanging out and yapping. We've been talking about all sorts of things. We have a broader topic to get to a little bit later, but we wanted to start with some more general stuff, get everyone familiar with each other. That way we didn't have to have like a sudden surprise where, you know, me or Rad's shocks the other audience in any particular way. You almost forgot to pull, Suka. Yeah, good thing you did.
Frames, like crazy.
Dropping frames.
Why? It's just like going all over the place.
Interesting. If you stop streaming,
6,000.
if you stop streaming your screen to me, does it go back to normal?
You know that might be. Let's turn that off.
Yeah, there you
What's
go.
going on?
Surprised, who's this Tay person? I don't know. Kind of a weirdo if you ask me, Suka. I'm not sure why I agreed to stream with this Tay person. It's crazy. Rad's pretty cool though.
Kind of jumping around a little bit.
Interesting.
You know, let it run. I'll monitor it.
Yeah, see how that goes.
I can multi-stream. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, if you can't maintain just one though, you're gonna have a worse time doing two. So.
I mean, I don't have a problem with Twitch typically. Like, I never have problems really unless I'm in a low spot.
All right. Oh yeah. So the next question here I had for you is, what gives you meaning and happiness in life? Which means your answer cannot be death. There's the little trick in there.
You can't say death.
Can't say death because it's in life. Midori said Arc Raiders.
That's a really good question. Food.
Food. All right.
Being able to taste different kinds of food is really nice. You can't get that if you're dead. Even if it's something simple and plain, like the taste itself reminds you that you're still alive.
Jesus Christ, Midori.
But
So food's a big motivator for you.
food, I mean, I guess. Like, I can't really think of anything else.
No, like no deep philosophical stuff. Nothing complicated.
Food, my wife. There's not really.
Those are the
I can't
two
think of
important
anything else,
things.
really. Like, those are like the two big things, and my wife over food, obviously. But
I was about to ask. All right, now in which order? Midori said food, then wife, in that order. I say. Brad and Midori are polar opposites. I feel like Jelly would say the same thing though, Midori. So I think you both have your priorities aligned. So I mean,
in a weird way, death is pretty good to have because it's like it's the one variable in life that'll never change.
eventually, yeah. I mean, it has to happen eventually, no matter what.
Right. Like it's the one thing that you can kind of put all your chips on.
I'll definitely die. Yes, that's true. Eventually, it has to happen. I mean, it's an eventuality. I don't like to think about it too much because it gives me anxiety. But yeah, no, it's definitely like a thing. I have a life insurance policy, so. Like my company actually gives us life insurance, which is nice, actually. I mean, they didn't have to do that, but they were like, you know what, just because. Makes things easier on the family, especially since they have us move really far away. It's like if anything did happen and you didn't have life insurance, that would be very expensive to handle your affairs. It's like, oh, that's depressing on its own, but also like having to deal with the money, that would be awful. Checking in, hey Mari.
Better than my company. Is like mine, if you so much as get injured, like you're fired before you hit the ground pretty much. So if I, God forbid, died, it would probably be a note saying, "Congratulations. There's nothing you can do. Okay, bye."
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm sure if you did get injured, you would be able to claim comp, because what else were you doing out there, right? But they'd probably try to fight you because they don't want to pay you. I mean, it sounds like you work for like the equivalent of like the Japanese black companies where they treat everyone like crap and they do everything they can to like get everything out of you.
Shady.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
At least you get a paycheck. That is the minimum, and they give you the bare minimum.
Just wish it was something here, like it wouldn't require me to go away from where I live.
Yeah, that's a lot to ask, and they don't. It's not like they're giving you a place to live. You said it's a hotel or something, right? Like they don't.
They just give us whatever crappy hotel that they can get for cheap. Our last one was pretty amazing, and I say that very sarcastically. Like just mold everywhere, rats.
Oh hell yeah! Oh, so you're staying at the motel?
Funny stains in the bathroom that I don't want to look at with a black light. You know, that's what.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah, no, I've never been asked to do anything like that. Even if they have us move, part of that is like we get 2 weeks in a hotel if we need it to find a place to live, fully paid. We don't pay a dime for it. They have like relationships with the hotels that they like. I just tell them that I'm there and that's it. And they're nice hotels, like they're little like suites. They're not. It's not just like a cheap one, like a bed and then a small bathroom. It's like a full. You got a couch, separate bedroom, a nice shower. It's like, oh, this is nice. Take flexing.
Like a share hours.
I mean, compared to other like tech companies, Stas, this is the minimum. This is the minimum. If I worked at Google, right, and they asked me to move somewhere for them, like every couple of years, like my job does, they'd probably like get you corporate housing just for those 2 weeks or something, because it's Google, you know? Corporate housing is like you get like an actual apartment, you know, that you get to stay in for as long as you need. Which our company does that, but only under very specific circumstances. Last hotel room I slept in, we were 6 dudes and 1 dudette. That sounds like a crazy night, Stas. I'm not sure you should be talking about that on the internet. I mean, it's nice. It's nice. They treat us well. We had 2 beds. Yeah.
2 beds. Damn.
Well, I'm sure you were on the one with all the dudes, so knowing you. Sorry, I can't help myself. You know, like I feel like that's all like the bare minimum though. If you're gonna ask people to do all this stuff, I'm not surprised that like the kinds of people that they're trying to hire for the job that you're doing will tolerate that, but it just sucks that that's like normal.
The funny thing is, like, it's hard to find people for this kind of job. It's awful. The conditions, no, not just like the way that they treat you, just the environment there is rough.
Yeah.
It's really shitty, to be honest with you. But I mean, they say it so themselves. Like they got a really bad track record of keeping people on, and they still act and do the things that they do.
That's crazy. Camera crew? Oh my god. Stabs was in one of those films, huh? That's crazy. I'm gonna shut up now. No, 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 keep going. Um, he's growling. Uh-oh. There's drugs though. Don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad, okay? Don't do that.
Okay.
It is a rave though. I'm not shocked. I think, oh god, the worst hotel experiences I had were when I was working the conventions, because more than once I had to sleep on the floor. I have a bad back already, and then I would like get like 4 hours of sleep and then be up for the next like 20 hours, walking around doing stuff, and then get another like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Brutal. I think that only happened like once. Oh, go on.
It was an hour away from any major city or town,
Mhm.
and we got there rather late. So, like, the first day I had to spend on the floor
Ooh.
because nobody knew what was going on. There was no communication. We drove for like 12 hours. We tried to find someplace else to stay, but everybody was booked up. And by the time we got to the room, it was like 3 a.m. No, it was 4 a.m. And I just ended up crashing on the floor because I had nowhere else to go. It was in somebody else's room. That was fun.
Yeah, that's miserable. And then you said you had to work the next day?
I had to work like 2 or 3 hours later.
That's so messed up. Jesus. That's
Yeah,
wow.
on our doors and everything. I'm like, hey, get up. We gotta go.
Oh, of course, of course, of course.
It took everybody like 2 hours for other reasons to not show up. So
Hmm.
it was, and on top of that, the day after was, or that same day was 14 hours. So
Oh yeah, no. Oh, light work.
it was,
You know.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
a lot of moving, a lot of hammering of things. It was great.
To sleep before he goes after. Oh my goodness. All right, actually, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna run a little tiny mini ad. Rad, hold down the fort, or BRB yourself if you want. I'm not the boss of you, but I'll be back in a minute.
I'll take you up on that. I'll do some entertaining. What's good, chat? I'm taking over for the next little bit. How's everybody's day going? Just started like about an hour or so ago because I slept until 4 or something. It's gonna be a rough time trying to get to sleep tonight. Know what I got for topics? It's been snowing all day as of yesterday until today. It's probably going to continue snowing throughout the night too, which is great because I got to shovel it all. At least they give us like 24 hours to like shovel and stuff. I think what it is specifically is like you have 24 hours after snow stops falling to like get your sidewalk in order, which It seems reasonable, but in reality, it's more like 12. There's, I usually do mine when I notice that everybody else has done theirs, or like slightly before everybody else is finished, just because I don't want to be the last one who hasn't shoveled. I don't think it's strictly enforced, but they will like fine you if you don't shovel, or you know people complain. It's like, why bother? Why bother getting into that? It's an easy thing to do. Really surprisingly intensive because snow is deceivingly. You get a shovel full of it, and that's easily like or something, 5 or 10. And then there's lifting it, and, like moving it to the side, and then like coupled with the cold, and like the way it slowly creeps up on you, and like by the time you're halfway done, you're like grabbing at your chest, like trying to breathe, but it feels like it's frozen in there too, so you gotta work kind of overtime. My little rant on snow shoveling. Take this moment to run some ads and take care of something real quick.
Okay, I'm back. Did Rad die? Red Elvo, more like Red Dead. Alright, what tale shall I regale you all with now that I'm back and Rad's gone? Hmm. Oh, look. I just saw Rad move. Is Rad back? No, he's just contorting in strange ways. I suppose he's currently experiencing an exorcism. That's understandable. We all do that from time to time. Oh, gosh. Well, to give everyone an explanation for being missing yesterday, my internet died. And by died, I mean it really died. Like, dead. It was down to about 3,000 kilobit up, which is, like, less than half of what I need to stream just to Twitch. And I prefer, if I can, to stream to YouTube as well. So I know there are some people who will only watch there, which is fine. So I try to you know have it there for both of them, and yeah, I couldn't even do Twitch. It was pretty bad, and it would go from 3,000 to 0 to 3,000 to 0, all in the span of like 10 seconds or less. So it was really like hopping around, sawtoothing, if you will. You know, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. On and off, basically, turning the stream on and off. Things have been going so well, too, you know? I really thought that it would be fine. But no. Oh, yeah, let me take that off. I don't need that tag anymore. Still had the branded thing on from when I did the Project Silverfish stream. Yep, no, nothing even vaguely branded here today. Let's count me. I'm, you know, or Rad. But I think that's kind of implied. Yeah, that's why I didn't stream yesterday. But I called them and they immediately recognized there was a problem, you know, because it was dying. So that's pretty cool. They got it fixed pretty fast. I think it was fixed by like midnight-ish. Although by then it was a little bit late to start. So. Right, Rad? I see him moving over there.
Yeah, I just got back. Keep clicking the wrong thing. I'm back.
Welcome back. I was just telling them about why my stream yesterday never happened.
I saw that you went live yesterday for like a couple minutes, and then when I went to check up, I'm like, oh, well,
Yep.
this is odd because Tay normally streams for several hours. It's rare for him to be gone after like 20 minutes.
Yeah, if I tried to stream any longer, it would have been Tay is streaming, ding. Tay is streaming, ding. It would have done that for the next 3 hours. Oh, yeah, that wasn't really working.
Boy.
I mean, it's not a big deal if it like goes down once in 4 hours. It sucks, but it's not a huge deal. But to have it like literally unwatchable is it kind of defeats the point.
Yeah.
All right, now that you're back, so I think you answered the what gives you meaning and happiness. I don't think I did yet. That's a tough question for me.
No, I don't think he did.
I think it's making people happy. That's what makes me happy, is knowing that I've made others happy, that I can like contribute something. Same with like what gives me meaning, what gives me purpose. You know, why do I get out of bed in the morning? It's all the people in my life, all the people in my community. That's like the big thing. The various communities that I'm a part of. You know, my family, my friends, everybody. That's what really motivates me. If I didn't have them, I wouldn't really have any motivation to do anything. Which is like a big chunk of why I got into the whole streaming thing was I missed having a community, but I didn't want my community to be attached to, you know, something that I may lose interest in after, you know, a couple years. You know, I want something that's, you know, where I can call home, if you will. Especially having moved out from my parents' place, it's a little lonely. I don't really know anybody around here other than my coworkers, and they're fine and all, but none of them really have the same interests. So it is what it is. I've gotten better about going out and doing things on my own, but it is a little depressing to like go to a restaurant alone. I don't do that. I'll like order to go or something. But like I went to the movies on my own not too long ago. Saw the Chainsaw Man movie. That was really good. Strongly recommend it. But yeah, that's what it is for me.
Normally is fine. Although it is pretty sad if you're doing it like on a special occasion, like
Yeah.
your birthday.
Yeah, no, I
No.
no.
My birthday, 8 or 9 hours away from home.
Yep.
Alone in a restaurant that had nobody else in it.
That's misery. That's what that is. That's misery.
Yeah, it was a little too late to really talk to anybody. I like texted my mom. She wished me a happy birthday, and that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
it was something. I got like a free dessert, which was kind of nice.
I'm so sorry, Rad.
Ice cream.
I'm so sorry. I wish we could have at least celebrated with you, but you can't even do that with the work you do.
Couldn't.
That's what I do now is I celebrate the holidays and stuff with my stream, because that's about all I got, which sounds depressing, I think, to some people, but I mean, I like my people.
No,
so.
like I would have streamed, but I had work next day.
Yeah, no, done.
And I mean, I could have gone with somebody. I invited most of my coworkers that I had just met the same day to like come join me for food, and they're like, "Nah,
Damn.
have a good one, though." Oh, okay, that's fine.
Damn. That's rough.
Yeah, it's definitely like I don't want to say the worst birthday because I've had worse birthdays, but
Pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it deserves its own little section.
It gets its own category.
Yeah, it was definitely something, and they didn't have music playing or anything, so it was just me with my thoughts.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. That's why I just don't I don't go out. It's like that. At least not alone. I would never, because
I had no other choice for food. It was just a restaurant or like starve. So,
yeah, no, yeah. No, that's so
yeah,
fucked up.
because the hotel room has like a tiny fridge and a microwave, and all the trucks that we use are work trucks, and you have to talk to somebody about it. After work, nobody's really keen on taking anybody out unless they're friendly, and nobody's friendly, especially not with new people. So I walked. It's like right next to the hotel, so that was nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you got to eat food.
I did.
So that's a plus. That's a positive. Let's keep it positive.
The steak sandwich I had over there wasn't too bad.
That's pretty good. Steak sandwich? You mean like a cheesesteak?
They call it a steak sandwich, but it's literally just like a single piece of garlic bread and a New York or a strip loin steak, and that's it. They'll serve you some
Huh.
HP sauce, bit of ketchup, some fries, and that's your meal pretty much. It wasn't bad.
Hmm. I mean, better than some of the other stuff it sounds like you were eating, so.
I figured I'd treat myself because it was my birthday. So steak.
Treat myself with a hot meal. Oh damn.
Yeah.
All right. So let's leave the depression behind for a minute, and I have other questions we can go on to. um, this is more like creation specific stuff, like content creation. So why streaming over other forms of content? This can be these don't have to be long-winded answers, but just why streaming? Why not videos? Why not shorts?
Because I feel like with streaming, if you do run out of things to talk about, you can almost always guarantee that someone in chat will strike up a conversation with a comment.
Mm.
So it won't just be quiet.
So would you say that like the social aspect of streaming is big for you?
Yeah. Kind of like you said, you can kind of talk to as many people as you want without really hearing voices.
I'm not sure that phrasing doesn't come across like you're schizophrenic, but
It does. But like,
it sounds like you're hearing
when
voices.
there's a lot of people and a lot of different voices,
Yep. Yeah.
a lot of tones and stuff, like it gets really loud. So if it's
A lot of
just
noise.
you, yeah, a lot of noise.
I get that.
The voices, they tell me to eat cardboard.
The numbers,
Right
Mason.
across from me.
Go lay down. Have a good stream. Thank you, Staz. Sleep well. Yeah, no,
Sorry.
it's
In front of me.
yeah, why is streaming for me? It's entirely the social aspect. I like it to be like an interaction constantly, where if there is something that I want to, go on for 5 minutes about, I can just do that. And I'm probably not going to be interrupted, but like otherwise, I get to have a conversation with people. I get to interact directly with them, and they can, mess with me. They can, do all these redeems and whatnot. The interaction, like the non-verbal interactions as well, with the redeems and everything. I like those too. It really makes it feel more well, interactive. I don't really have another word for it. More personal in a way, and I'd like that a lot. It's something I wish YouTube would add, because then I could, mirror everything, and I think that would be great for everyone involved. Then you can kind of just choose whatever platform you like and use that one. But without it, I still I feel like both are fun, to be on both platforms. Different reasons, different viewers too. But yeah, generally speaking, it's all just about the interactions and stuff for me. All right. Rad, would you ever do cover songs?
Like outside of streaming or like in general?
Would you do a cover of a song as your as a VTuber?
Yeah, totally. I have so many that I could think of.
So what's stopping you?
Kind of the same thing we were talking about before. I don't feel motivated enough. I don't feel like I could do it in a way that would
be good enough.
Kind of appease me, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I mean, truthfully, there's nothing stopping me from doing the song My Way in a ghoul's voice, but
yeah, I think that would get some traction, yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I've seen them do like AI covers with it, which in a sense it wouldn't be original. The only thing it would be is a more human element, but
Yeah, but I think that it has a lot of value to it, And then you can do things
voice for like a couple days.
Ah, well, yeah. Well, you record it in chunks. That's the biggest thing I've heard about. If you're going to do covers, you have to record in like chunks and pieces and then stitch it together. Because otherwise you're just going to destroy your voice. Yeah, no, most people can't. Even the people who like the artists who make it, they usually, especially early on, will be able to do that.
Pretty good ghoul voice, though.
I think I've heard you do it, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, no, you have. We were playing 7 Days to Die, and it came up because I think I did my other accents, and you were just like, "Oh yeah, I can do a ghoul." It's like, what? What do you mean a ghoul? And hey, smooth skin.
Yeah, probably. What's the matter, smooth skin?
Jesus.
Never seen a ghoul before.
Wow, it really is just like grading rocks against each other. All right.
Like mashing grapes for wine, except the grapes are concrete and you're sinking in it like quicksand.
No, it's more it's like those hydraulic press videos, and they just put a bunch of gravel in there, and that's it. Dry. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Just like, instead of smushing it all at once, they just like hit it, squish it a little, and then do it again and again and again and again. Like that's kind of like the ghoul voice. You do it well, but that's how ghouls sound. So, all right. Next question. Oh, I didn't answer it. What I do covers. So I would love to, but I'm honestly far too embarrassed of the idea of my upstairs neighbors hearing me sing loudly, repeatedly.
My Wi-Fi just died.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not happy right now. Okay, are we back?
Well, it hasn't said that your stream died yet. Okay, good.
If I just like decided, yeah, no more stream for you. You're doing something wrong there.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Are you back to... Your avatar isn't moving on my end. Let me take a look here.
Moving now.
Mm, doesn't look like it. You might have to rejoin the lobby in
Yeah,
Rurido.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Are you online? Yes, I am. What are you talking about?
That's probably it, yeah.
Failed to get your. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, it's for VTube Studio. It's saying that I'm not online.
Oh yeah, well it's probably because you lost connection. Um I'm not sure
I
how
have
they
to do everything
behave.
all over again.
Maybe that'd be a bummer.
I might have to restart it because it's still saying my status is offline.
Hmm. Yeah, might have to then. Could also just wait, I'm not sure.
I didn't have this problem until until I decided to multi-stream. Maybe my internet isn't strong enough for that sort of thing.
Yeah, that might be it.
I mean, we'll try this again. Like, if it happens, then I guess that's my answer for multi-streaming. Unfortunately,
Yeah, yeah. There's other ways to multi-stream. They're a little more clunky, but you can do it, and it would be the same bitrate. Like it would be one stream going out, so it'd be the same thing. But like I said, a little more clunky, but always an option. All right.
I think I've joined. Are we? Is it working?
Um, the VTube Studio
Oh, he
or the other
disappeared
one?
for me. Damn.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. Give it a minute.
Both.
I'll be there. There you go. You should have it now. Or soon. There it goes.
See you, but okay. Is there a new lobby code now that's
Nope.
happened?
Same lobby code.
Same lobby. Okay, there you are. All right. We should be good to continue.
Let's see. I'm just waiting to see if it decides that you're allowed to exist again.
Even.
Yeah, 'cause
Move
you're
it
still
around.
still shows you as static
So
for
solid.
me, but yeah, it doesn't show you as
That sucks.
connected in the lobby. Let's see. I'm gonna restart the lobby.
Sure. Let me know
Give
when
you a
it's up.
different code. It's a different code now that I've restarted it. There you go.
Send a new code out.
Yep, I just sent it to you.
Okay. Put that in then.
Yep.
Love technical difficulties. They're so great.
Love it.
What do we do
Absolutely love
without
it.
them?
I don't know. That's a great question.
This is same energy as the half-baked Bethesda products that we're all clamoring to buy.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Todd. This is so great.
Thank you, Todd. Everyone say thank you, Todd. Thank you, Todd. Oh, there you are.
Thank you for Skyrim for like the 6th time. Thank you.
Woo! Yeah! Skyrim! Love me a good Skyrim.
Refrigerator when?
Sorry, we're re-releasing Skyrim, but this time it's going to be on your Samsung Smart Fridge. All right, you see that? You see that Mountain Dew bottle? You can climb it.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I guess just to make sure that I finished answering that question, I would love to cover songs, but I'm far too embarrassed of my neighbors hearing me. So as soon as I get my own place one of these days, whenever the housing market dies, then I'll start doing covers, doing like karaoke and stuff.
A karaoke stream would be fun.
It would be fun, just very embarrassing. All right, next question. If you had an unlimited budget for stream assets, models, etc., what's the first things you would think of to go and do?
Does that like extend to hiring staff and stuff?
Nope, just for your assets and stuff. So like model overlays, maybe software, whatever would just make immediately the stream better, higher quality, whatever you want to do with it.
Forget what it's called, but there's this site that you can use that'll like stream your stream to like multiple different platforms.
Mm-hmm. Restream.
And that has like a monthly thing. Is it Restream?
Yep.
I'd probably sink a good bit into Restream and have it so I'm streaming on like 4 different platforms at once. I definitely update my model. Maybe get a new one done. I don't know if emotes are included in that, but I would definitely go through like a full line of emotes.
Yeah, I'd say emotes are included.
Custom emotes.
Man needs the whole package.
Yeah, I would redesign everything if possible.
Well, there you go for all the viewers at home. If you donate to Rad, that's exactly where that money is going to go, I imagine. Sooner or later. These things don't cost $250, so in time. Yeah, there's your encouragement to go sub to Rad. You should do that. I encourage you. All right. I actually don't know what I would do with that kind of money. I'm trying to think.
It's like tied to stream. It's very hard to give a good answer.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've got a lot of stuff already. I would probably, the biggest thing I would want to do is find someone who is like very experienced in like graphic design and have them work with me. Not just art, but like graphic design, and have them work with me and maybe a few artists to...
Oh no, you said the 2 words that you're not supposed to say on stream.
What?
Your DMs are going to be flooded.
Yeah, you can say it on stream, you're fine. You don't post it on Twitter.
Like, no, not just Twitter. They'll like hop into your Discord and just harass you with...
I don't know where they're...
Do this, and this.
Yeah, well...
Maybe it's just a me thing.
I think that might just be a... It might just be a you thing. No, it happens to everybody. It doesn't matter what you say on stream. If you say it on Twitter or something, though, there's bots that will automatically respond to you. But no, on stream you can talk about whatever. There's no one's reading the transcripts to try and find a mark. That's crazy. That's too much data. No, that would be the big thing though, like a designer and some artists. Some like bigger name people, maybe not like the top 10 or whatever, because they're probably actually not that great. That's been my experience when I look into the people who are considered like the best of the best in the VTubing space. They're like they're just pretty good at what they do. They're not blowing my socks off over here. It's nothing impressive, like compared to the next 100 people. Like they're about the same. They're just better at marketing or something. And it's like, well, I don't really see the appeal of that. And they're probably, inundated. So they probably, at best, just have like a really packed schedule. And at worst, might be a little bit narcissistic and like weird about it. I can think of at least one. His name starts with K and ends with Evan, who has a very bad attitude, at least publicly. So yeah, I wouldn't want to work with someone like that. So yeah, I don't want to work with them, but top 100, maybe even 1,000 of people, in that, I would find people who have a style that I appreciate, and I would try to work with them to get something put together for like all my overlays and design. Because there's things I have in mind, like there's even artists that I have in mind who I would love to work with, but realistically, I can't afford what they would deserve, even if they would take less. It would be, you know, in the thousands at least per person, tens of thousands maybe, for like a really talented graphic designer who would work through the entire process to make a really like cohesive and good set of scenes with me for my OBS, because like that would be a lot of work to put everything together, all the chats and everything. I could see that being like 10 grand if you were, you know, working corporate. So that's the kind of level I would want too. So yeah, it wouldn't be cheap, but like that's what I'm aiming for in terms of quality. So a bit expensive. Trying to do that on a budget, tough stuff. I'm working on getting a starting soon / ending screen commissioned with some animation, and whoo-wee, that ain't cheap, but I think it's worth it. And not cheap. It's got quite the price tag. It's supposed to be done by the end of the year. We'll see if that happens. Deadlines I find are wishy-washy, which is fine. I totally get it, but that's just the reality of it. Yeah, that's what I would do. That'd be the big thing. I'm pretty happy with my model and my model parents, so I'd probably hire them a lot more. I would just throw money at them and get them to do more stuff and spend more time on it. Like, okay, but what if I give you 10 grand and you just go crazy? That'd be pretty cool. Me when I hit the lottery. Yeah, I think that would be the big thing though, would be like the overlays and whatnot. I think they're fine as they are, but you know, I'm not looking to spend $500 on a custom overlay with a designer right now, so it just is what it is. All right, we're down to the last question, and then we'll be moving on to the main topic that we had. So, Rad, this is just for you. This is just a question about you.
Oh, okay.
Just for you.
Personal.
Yeah.
Got
Maybe
it.
not personal, but just it's about you. It's a question I have for you. You come across as very timid or shy, and as a creator, have you given that a lot of thought? Like, does it inform the things that you do or how you create content? Or is that something that you're trying to like change about yourself to a degree anyway?
Definitely think a little bit of both. I definitely was a lot more shy when I first started. It took me several months before I was able to maintain a level of speaking that I felt was acceptable for streaming. Like where it's not mostly silence and, you know, that's the stream. When I first started, like, not this account, but the last one, a couple years ago, I wouldn't even be able to like use my voice, or at the time I didn't really know too much about how to set up a model, so I didn't like have my cam on or anything. It was just gameplay. And that went probably about as well as you'd expect.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
completely dead. I mean, every so often there'd be somebody that would say stuff and stick around for a bit.
Didn't really have any like staying power though.
No, not really, because there are tons of people that do that anyways. And well, I mean, even the 24/7 radio stations stay up, and you know, they got more watchers than I did.
Well, they also offer a radio, so
Right.
you know, you can't do that.
20 songs over and over again.
Yeah. You know, some people.
But I wanted to be more than just a place where gameplay happened and there was no deeper conversation or even just conversation in general. Uh, I feel like if given enough time on here, I would be less timid and it'd be easier for me to speak my mind. I
Yeah.
don't quite know what's acceptable and what's not acceptable because everybody has their own has their own opinion and idea of that sort of thing.
Hmm.
I don't want to trample on that, so I try and keep it like really safe, which isn't good in the long run. Like if I'd be as bad as a corporate VTuber in that sense, where I don't really have much of a personality
Yeah,
outside of
I think you could take a lesson or two. Don't take all of them though. Very dangerous. But a lesson or two from Dem, who is probably the most outspoken of the people that I know that you know. If that makes sense. Especially more lately, he's gotten more like comfortable. It feels like, where he's a lot more a lot more open with what he's thinking about and what he's gonna say.
I like watching them in my off time.
It's very comical.
It's funny. He's very funny.
Like zero filter on the guy. You know, a plane crashes into him in War Thunder. What's the first thing he thinks of? They're gonna Pearl Harbor me! Jesus, man. Like, God.
I wish.
Like, I didn't even think of that, for one. For two, what the fuck?
The Skaven are coming from the moon! They want my cheese!
Oh my god.
My special cheese!
The Fremunda?
That's where it comes from, though.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That is.
It comes from where I thought it came from.
It can only be cultivated from within.
From within. Oh my god. I was getting a lozenge and you said that. Jesus. Okay.
See, I wouldn't be able to say something like that when I started.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think largely it is don't break platform rules, and otherwise it's everybody else's problem. That's kind of my approach.
The platform rules are pretty standard.
Yeah. And I think most people kind of agree with them. You know, I am a little bit stricter than platform rules, but that's about it. You know, there are some things that Twitch will allow that I don't allow, but that's about it. Like certain things that you would consider offensive. I just do that so that no one feels, you know, insulted or you know, directly called out with something that is like definitely like, yeah, people don't say that in polite company anymore. Especially because like it's about someone or something like that. Like, yeah, nah, I don't like those. But you know, that's about it. I do think a lot of people worry way too much about like what is and isn't okay, and you're probably caught up in that, and that's fine. I think that's part of learning how to be a creator. Some people try to be like the rules police, where they're like, oh, you can and can't do that, blah 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 blah. It's like, oh my god, shut up. Actually, shut up. Nobody cares. Like, it's just not that big a deal. Like, a lot of people were making a really big deal out of the fact that Peanut Guy said something homophobic once, and yeah, not cool, man, but also like that's the thing that we're all gonna latch onto. I don't know about that either. Like, it was a one-off as far as I'm aware. If it was a one-off, didn't do it again, all right, whatever. You know, people make mistakes, people say things they don't mean, whatever. I'm much more interested in the thing that he said that he very much meant 100%. You know, like that's, if we're gonna worry about stuff, I feel like, you know, you can let one or two things go, but you should focus on the things that are, you know, consistent. And I think that's how viewers feel. I know that's not how some creators feel. That's their problem, in my opinion. Usually they're more, how do I put this politely? Politically inclined and politically extreme. Which way they lean is actually not too relevant for that. Both do that. Where you can or can't say certain things, and it's like kind of weird, isn't it? You know, can or can't hold certain opinions. Oh god, that's like the worst thing that I noticed in VTubing. There are communities within the subculture who are like extremely political and like very divisive within their own like circle. So everyone kind of has to like, you know, follow along to the beat of whoever's like in charge of that little sphere, or else they basically get, you know, othered and pushed away and kind of just shoved in a hole, which is not great. I know some people it's happened to as well. It's messed up. Where like it ruined their streaming career, like starting out. You know, they would get started and then, you know, they'd cross a line and it really wasn't a big deal, but the people around them thought it was. So they turned it into like a massive problem for them. And I'm happy that most of the people who were in that group have moved off to other platforms. Either, like on social media, most of them have moved off to Blue Sky, and now I don't have to see them anymore. You know, I go on Blue Sky, and well, I didn't follow them there, so I don't see them there either. Because Blue Sky is actually a lot nicer to be on. And the other ones don't, as far as I know, don't really use Twitter either, because they're so far right that they're not really allowed on there either. I know people like to say that like Twitter's, you know, a fascist hellscape, but they do have rules against slurs, even now. So, you know, those people are all off on other platforms now as well. So it's been kind of cool on Twitter these days. As long as you don't mind the owner being kind of a jackass, to put it lightly. Yeah. But yeah, I think there's actually not that much to fear about just saying whatever. The hall monitors actually don't have any power. They're not the viewers, and the viewers are the people who matter. They're the people whose opinion you need to worry about, and most of them are pretty chill. Just, you know, don't say anything horrific. Be fine.
Right, I definitely gotta fear people taking that sort of thing too seriously, and just anything I say really.
You know, I get you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't stress it. I mean, what's the worst you could possibly be interpreted as? You know, I think that's a good question to ask yourself. Of like, how wrong can you take this and it not be obvious that you're taking it the wrong way? You know, there are some extra words in there if you need to be like, I don't mean this, but this other thing. I do that all the time when I talk about like the more complicated stuff. I was talking about, so there's this idea in psychology, let's call it a theory. I don't know if it quite, I don't really know if it meets the rigor for a theory, but there's an idea anyway, of this thing called implicit bias. You may have heard it in headlines, sorry, dying over here. You may have heard it in headlines years ago, because people were talking about implementing it in like workplaces, you know, for equity programs and things like that, where they were trying to make sure that people were treating each other right, which, you know, good intentions at a bare minimum. But the problem is, the whole concept of implicit bias is that you don't know that you have it as an individual. Oh, that complicates things, doesn't it? You're trying to determine someone's subconscious biases. How do you do that? Any idea, Rad? How would you do that? How would you find out what someone doesn't even know about themselves, can't even identify themselves?
That you'd have to really look at them under a microscope.
Yeah, well, that's a great idea. We're gonna use a BuzzFeed quiz. We're gonna do a BuzzFeed quiz. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna do a BuzzFeed quiz. It wasn't literally a BuzzFeed quiz. So what they did was they would like flash an image, and you would have to press a button for whether you associate that with positive or negative feelings. And you're supposed to do it like really fast. I don't know what they thought this would do exactly. I don't know what the hypothesis was for this idea. But I guess they thought that if they pushed you to answer fast enough, you would answer using, your instinct, your subconscious, rather than thinking about it long enough to filter out any implicit biases you have. There's a lot of assumptions going on there. I'm not going to get into them, but that was the idea for the test. I think it's a great idea to test this, to like have a study where you have people come in and they do this, right? Sure, test it out, see what happens. And I was very clear about that. Like, this is great in an academic setting. Awesome idea. Test that. Run a study. Get the public involved if you want. I mean, you can do it online. It's easy enough. But, get their feedback, get their thoughts. Instead, it was served up as some magical test that can just tell you things that you don't know about yourself. But just to make sure that no one thought that I was being some, right-wing, crackpot saying that, like, this is literally not a thing that doesn't exist at all, I was like, this just shouldn't have left academia very clearly. Like, that's my entire criticism. It's just, it got out of containment. It's a bad idea. And if memory serves, the scientists who worked on the original one did not recommend that it be used anywhere. Again, outside of academia, to to do studies or for students to try it out and see, just the idea in general. So like, there's nothing controversial in those statements. That is an analysis of the study and the research and what the people thought. But like, that was a political thing for a little while. So you just add on the whole, like, you just be clear about, this isn't political. This shit just gets out of containment. It's going beyond where it's supposed to be. But it's interesting, which is why I talked about it. That's all. It's not that complicated. It's not that deep.
Doesn't sound all that deep, really.
No, I mean, it turned into a big thing because it was... some people did try to use it. Like companies and stuff were trying to like consider implementing it and whatever. The news ran stories. It was a whole thing. I don't think it went anywhere because, like, that's dumb. Like, it's one of those things that, like, must be true. We know that, like, yeah, of course you have some biases, probably very small ones, like very minor little things that are biased. You have prejudices inherently, no matter what you do. You're human, so sorry, you have prejudice. Just how it is. But is it meaningful? No, probably not. Not most of the time, anyway. If you see a snake, you're probably prejudiced against it. Like a literal snake. That's fine. Go for it. You're allowed to have that. That's good for you. There's nothing problematic about assuming that snake might be dangerous. It's a snake. I don't know what kind of snake it is. It might be venomous. That there are reasons for these things. So, it's a bit of both. But then there's other prejudices you might identify in yourself and go, oh, that's not good. And you should fix those. But It varies. But just the baseline instinctual stuff is, for one, what are you supposed to do about that? I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do about that. Second, if you cognitively filter it anyway, like if you need this test that skips your, higher level thinking, because otherwise it would not come through, then it doesn't matter. It's not. There's no behavior attached to it. You don't do anything. So what's the problem? Is there really anything to do there? I don't know.
No, not really.
No. It was an interesting time. This was like maybe 10 years ago or something. So it was fascinating, but ultimately didn't really lead to much. Anyway, I guess that's my point of, you can talk about anything, even the most controversial stuff, so long as you just make sure not to say anything horribly controversial while you're at it. Give the full context. That's the big thing. Give context. If you want to cover yourself, just, mention that, this, that, or another thing, and that's why it's not, you're not taking a strong stance or something. Or take a strong stance. That's fine too. A lot of the people who blow up Rad are people who have a strong opinion that a lot of like regular viewers agree with, but is controversial inside the like subculture because it's not generally accepted. I mean, one thing that I'd probably get a lot more heat for, if not for the fact that no algorithm pushes it anyway, is that I like guns. I think they're fun. I have different feelings on like certain legalities, but generally speaking, I think they're cool. The VTubing community is very much largely not in favor of guns, but
I like guns.
See, I figured you do, but even just liking them in some of the spaces is like really controversial. But anything I've tried to make pertaining to firearms in any sense immediately gets dumpstered by whatever algorithm is in charge of that. So, bummer.
Like bows and crossbows, I think they're pretty neat too.
Oh yeah, no, anything like that. Engineering in general, I mean, really is fascinating. Like I mentioned Lindy Page earlier, he also does videos on like tanks and stuff. I love all of it. It's all cool. I don't really like what people do with them, but like I just think the technology's cool.
Yeah. A tool, it's soulless, it's whatever you make it, really.
Yeah. And then to analyze something that is used even for bad things is it's still an analysis. It's still fascinating. You can still take lessons learned and apply them elsewhere. I mean, there are tools now, because of the invention of smokeless powder and more modern gunpowder at this point. We're beyond smokeless. Is used in a lot of tools where you're in like a really remote area where you don't have even compressed air and you need like a high power tool. They'll use small powder charges, like the size of a 22 roughly, but they'll use that to fire whatever action it is that they need from this tool, because it is the most compact form of energy that you can have to do the thing. Be for like pneumatic tools usually. It's like I think certain rivet guns use that for like if you're laying railroad track or building something that uses rivets or anything like that. There's something like that. It goes beyond that stuff too. Yeah. Don't be afraid to, as long as it's what you really think, it's fine. Say just about anything. All right, so I'm out of digging questions for either of us. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna run to the bathroom again. I've drank so much water tonight. It's crazy. And then we can get into gaming, or you can start talking about it while I'm gone. It's up to you. But I'll be back in a minute.
I could, but I feel like I'd cover too much too fast because I don't tend to stay on topic, it it ends up being something else. I could probably use this as a restroom myself. So just good.
All right, I'm back. Take it, Rad took a quick break as well. All right. I was standing for the last like 2 hours ish. My legs are starting to get a little tired. I know the next topic we were going to talk about is gaming, like AAA gaming, and where the industry's at right now. So I think Rad, like I, has been gaming for a really long time as well. You know, and has particular feelings on the topic. I have my own. I'm quite verbal about them, especially when I play a game that really just ticks me off in terms of what they decided to focus on and things like that. I don't want to get too far into it without him here, but that's what the next hour or so will be.
Are you back?
I am.
Okay, cool.
Are you back?
Just waiting on me. I think so.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I think I'm back.
Okay, good. I was a little concerned for a moment there. All right.
Drowned?
No, I lived.
Wore life vest and everything?
Yeah. I was told that was very important, so I make sure to put one on before I enter the bathroom every time now.
Good.
All right, so we were going to talk about you got the floaties.
No, that's only for soup.
Only for soup?
Yeah, in case you drown in it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're getting at. I know a guy who we call Soup, so I was like, why does Soup need the floaties? But I don't think you know him, so that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Maybe I might know of him.
Not Hot Superman. That's his full tag.
Yeah. No, I think we've played Schedule 1 together like months ago.
Yeah. Very possible. Anyway, so gaming. let's talk about gaming, Rad. What I know you had like the industry as a whole in mind, like AAA mainly. Where do you want to start on that? That's a big topic.
Honestly, how do these companies get away with giving us such a half-ass product? Like what goes on in that boardroom where they're all sitting there, them and the execs, and they're like, "Look at this. This is a piece of shit. Everybody's gonna love it." And then day one, it's like, "Oh, great! I can't even play the game. This is wonderful." I went through the menu. I like set up my settings. I pressed play, and it crashed to desktop. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or like half the content is fucking DLC that they're not going to release for another year or two because they want to see how well the game does. Like it's called alpha. You put the game in alpha, and it's the same thing. You know, that way you can slowly release it. That way people get a feel for what you're trying to put out.
Or beta.
Oh, yeah, let's just give. It's like going to a restaurant, ordering a burger, and getting fucking bread. A little bit of ketchup that's on the side of your table. Like, do I have to pay for that? No, it's complimentary. It's fine.
Complimentary. The ketchup's free.
That's DLC. That's DLC. I'm sorry. You got another $100 for that? No. Well, enjoy your bread, dumb shit. What am I supposed to? I can't do anything for you. You gotta wait.
Can't wait, but the content's done. The burger's ready. The food's ready, yes, but you can't have it yet. Yeah, no. So the short answer is people buy it. That's the short version of why it's accepted. It's also become the norm for the dev teams and everything to get that much done, and then have it get chopped up and sold in pieces, all because they need some way to make more on it. It's all calculated. I mean, there's professionals whose entire job is to figure out how little they can do while still meeting the expectations of players, because that's exactly what they do. They go right to the edge of what's acceptable, and they stay right there for whatever their market is. Like, I'm not kidding. There's someone who makes quite a bit of money just to figure out how to make even more money off of the game by spending less on it, which is very counterintuitive, and I don't think it actually works. But this is just how big corporations work, where the money just goes in big circles and does stupid things. Lots of nothing jobs. Like, it's really not that complicated to make a fun game and sell it. It's the attempt to min-max is where all these problems come from. But it's the min-maxing that causes so many other things to be necessary. Like, the reason they need to jack up the prices, the reason they have to add all these DLC, is to pay the people who have come up with all these ideas in the first place. They're literally like justifying their own waste in a way. Do they maybe make a profit? I'm not sure, but it's annoying. It's very annoying.
You spend $60 on the game. You spend $30 to $100 on the season pass, and the season pass is no longer a year worth of content. You're lucky if it's 3 months worth of content, and by the end of the game cycle, you've already spent $300. Creative Assembly.
Yeah. CA is really bad about that.
I had something in my throat there.
Yeah. You had a little bit of British back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all calculated. It's all pre-planned. They know exactly what they're doing. They know what people will pay for, and they know what they won't pay for. So they play the game of trying to just barely beat the expectation so that most people who they want to buy it will buy it. And they'll capture everyone else because, well, my friend bought it, so now I want to play with them, and now I'm going to buy it anyway. So that's kind of... There's a lot of forces going on there, and they calculate all those in to say, what's the bare minimum? They usually aim a little higher than that just because things happen, but like it's intentional. And then you know how was it Modern Warfare 2019 came out and it was a fucking banger?
Mhm.
Like people were going crazy about it. Even if you didn't play it, you knew about it. I played it. I loved it. It was great. Multiplayer included. And then immediately after that game, it goes back to dog water. Because they had to take back the goodwill that they had lost over the last like 10 years in COD and say, okay, we need to refresh. We need to get these people invested again so that we can milk them for another 10 years. Maybe 5, whatever. And I mean, people have seen it. Since the 2019, Modern Warfare basically remake, it has been downhill. Each one has gotten worse. The Black Ops right after it was a noticeable downgrade in and of itself. It had some cool stuff, but compared to Modern Warfare 2019, it was lackluster. Graphically, performance-wise, everything was just a downgrade. And you get to Modern Warfare 2, also a downgrade.
It's just we're paying for downgrades.
Yeah, no, you're paying for something worse, but it's the new yearly thing, so you have to play it because no one else is going to be on the game that you liked, the 2019 one, where they got the goodwill. So now you're going to get the new one because you want to recapture that, but it doesn't exist anymore. They're nostalgia baiting you. It's all psychology. It's a trick. And once you have that number one spot, this happens in streaming too, and entertainment, and like every industry, for any entertainment industry. Once you are the default, I mean, hell, this happens in soda too, right? Like every industry. Once you're the default for people, it's really hard to lose it. You have to almost try. So you can take advantage of the people who, trust you, believe in you, think you make a good product, or good enough anyway, and use that for your own gain, which is now standard business practice. Most industries that don't do it because it's illegal. Like they're not allowed. Gambling used to be a lot more strict for that reason, because otherwise companies will do it. They'll take advantage of the fact that people like gambling and get them to do very stupid things. Sports betting is not a good thing for society. It never has been, especially online. I mean, just having such easy access is even worse. But gambling is the house always wins. It's not good for people. You hear, one person won all this money, right? Okay, great. A ton of other people lost money. That's the flip side of that. But you're only going to hear the positive side because that's what they want you to see. That's what they want you to hear. Again, it's all just engineered. Hey, Bendy, how's it going? So yeah, that's why the games suck so often. And even, I hate to say this, but it is the truth. A lot of indie games are ass too.
Yeah.
And their prices seem to be going up quite often. What would have been a $10 game 5 years ago is now a $40 game. I don't hate it necessarily, but it was hard to justify the $10 games back then for the most part. Now they want 40, and it's something that's equivalent or worse. And it's like, man, this sucks. People are, and by people I mean companies, not the indie devs themselves. They don't really get a choice in how these things are built. But like Unreal Engine puts graphics above all else, by and large. It runs pretty well, don't get me wrong. Like they did some upgrades, but they also beefed up the graphical demand as well. And devs don't really know how to work around that to make it, run well. Largely, a lot of them they're not very good at it. So you run into this problem where all the games on Unreal Engine 5 run like shit.
Yeah.
And it is on the devs largely, but they don't care because it still runs. Runs like crap, but it still runs. I'm doing good, Bendy. We're just chatting tonight. Hope you've been doing. You said you're doing good. That's good. But right now we're talking about gaming. You know, the big G. The thing where you need a good chair to be good at the game. Uh, but no, it's so ridiculously painful that the tooling has become so corporatized as well. Same thing happens to artists. I've noticed where a lot of the tools they rely on, Photoshop, over the years have become extremely corporatized. It's built for big businesses, not for anybody else, which sucks. So, but it is what it is, to a certain degree. There's only so much you can expect from something like Adobe. You could expect a lot more from Adobe, but I mean, something like it, you can understand that it would become a little more corporate, a little more businessy. It's a lot worse than it should be, but anyhow, that's the short answer for how it got there.
It also doesn't help that like prices over the past 20 or so years, things have gone up for just about everything.
Yeah, it's not helping with the affordability. And I understand why indie devs charge more too. It just sucks that that they kind of have to.
It feels like if you want a good game, you have to learn how to make it yourself. That's the only way you're going to be able to fulfill what you want.
Yeah.
And it seems like wanting a fully complete product that plays well and doesn't hold anything back is too much to ask for nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't really have a lot to add to that. That was a good point.
DLC practices used to be standard. That didn't exist way back when.
Yeah.
I dusted off my copy of Tekken Tag 2. Hell, even Tekken 1, not 1, Tag 1. And those games were amazing. Just as good as I remember them.
I want a fun game with pretty girls that have bouncy boobs. Pretty much have to make it yourself. I think there's a whole series for that called Senran Kagura. That's the whole theme of that.
Oh, I know that series.
I haven't even played it. I just know of it. Yeah, they're video games technically.
They even made a game for their obscure game mode within games.
Yeah. Actually, Dominic, there's a silly game you should check out. It's called Turret Girl. I think that would just entertain you. I think you'd laugh at it. It's very silly.
Has it been canceled?
Senran was canceled. What? Dang.
When was that canceled?
Just like how gachas have all the pretty character designs these days. They do, and it sucks because gachas are a big commitment actually. At a minimum, you have to do at least 20 to 30 minutes of dailies every day. Every day? That's a lot of time. I only play one gacha, and it's a lot. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Single player JRPG with the character designs of Genshin or WoW or one of the others. The thing is, it costs so much to get those people in, to make the designs, to make the assets and everything, that I think for a company, a corporate structure, to produce something at the quality, it has to be a gacha because it has to rake in that much money. Because they have to hire so many artists who command pretty high salaries for what they do. Because they're really good at it. They're amazing artists. I mean, they are. I gotta admit they are. So yeah, I think that's a good chunk of it. And there's a lot of them. They hire a lot of artists. But I mean, some games like that can still exist. Stellar Blade's a good example. It's just a game. It's not a gacha. Yeah, Shift Up. Shift Up made that. They went from Destiny Child to Nikke to Stellar Blade. Which is a crazy progression. Like that's not what I expected at all. I didn't expect them to go from two gotcha games, one being pretty good but not good, not acceptable in the mainstream, to one that is just barely acceptable in the mainstream, and then a major like console title, now PC title. They did a really good job. And I mean, Nikke has a really good story too. Like I strongly recommend playing Nikke for the story and spending $0, because you can do that now. They made a story mode where you can just enjoy the story of the game and then never touch it again. But it's a good one. I recommend it. They're still working on the story, so I mean, I guess you touch it again to see what happens next. But like, you don't have to dedicate time to it. It's not a big deal anymore, which is good. Huge W for Nikke on that one. But yeah, no, it's rough out here trying to get a game that just is fun and appealing. I do feel like, and this one affected me very personally, is like the desire for so many studios to like become AAA, to look just like, you know, your CODs, your Battlefields, your, you know, Last of Us, whatever, you know, Western Hollywood-esque slop, essentially. They all seem to want to go that way. Not all of them, but like a lot of them. And I think a great example is Stalker 2. That is, I'm so sad. I'm so sad about Stalker 2. The original games were amazing because they were very different. Stalker 2 feels like they took the same open world system from any other, you know, sloppy AAA Western game that's just kind of shoveled out. Nothing special, nothing inspired. They put the paint of Stalker over the top of it, and then they said, yeah, here's your game. It had nothing, and I mean nothing, other than the paint job that made it feel like a Stalker game. Like it really, and it's such a disappointment because GSC was like a fan favorite after the first 3 games of theirs, you know, all 3 Stalker games, the originals, were, I mean, they were all pretty unique from each other, but all had the same like core identity, the same feel, the same atmosphere. And they lost all of it between making those and making Stalker 2. I don't know where it went. I don't know, you know, who left the company. Like, I'm not exactly sure why, but it just feels like the same crap. And it's not what I wanted. It's not what I intended to pay for. But it's just, yeah, I'm just not happy with it. I'm so disappointed. And it's like, you could have spent less money on the game and it probably would have been better, which is crazy. How does that happen? Unbelievable. Yeah, see Chinese studios do that. The only problem I have with Chinese games and Chinese anime, to go on top of this, is they tend to be really, really verbose. Like, they talk a lot.
Oh yeah, they do.
Like, I'm here for an action game. This is a visual novel. What's happening here right now? And like, it's just like the way that I think it's something to do with the translation, because they could have like packed this like 10 paragraph thing down into one. They just didn't. Like, with the same impact, the same beats, it was just like really beating around the bush to get there. I think I remember reading something that is in large part due to translation just being kind of complicated. Hi, Kira. How's the legally distinct not Snorlax doing?
Lord of Mysteries was great, but there was so much talking, so much
Lord of
dialogue
Mysteries?
and internal monologue.
Is that
So as
the
bad as the
What series is that from? No, I don't know. I don't know anything about that one actually.
It's one of the new animes that came out earlier this year.
Oh, okay. I just haven't
Actually,
seen it
no, a
then.
couple months ago. Oh, it's amazing. It's like one of my favorite animes of the season.
I've been looking for something to watch, so I'm gonna write that down.
It's 30 minutes per episode. It's spectacular. There is a web novel for it with like over 2,000 chapters, and you know, I watched the series and I tried to read it, and boy, is it wordy.
All right, cool. Wrote that down.
Yeah, it has been approved for 7 or 8 more seasons and a couple movies.
Oh my god. Doing well. How about you both? I'm doing well.
It's amazing.
I think Rad's doing all right. I think we're having a good night. Good evening.
We're having a good night.
You're Sleepy Bear. Yeah, going to bed. Or not just yet.
100% Dom.
He's the best Chinese anime of all to date.
I can't think of another Chinese anime that has hit the same level of success that Lord of Mysteries has.
Yeah, I've had a few that like caught my interest, and then I started watching, and I would get through the first episode, and they would be like, it would be so slow. I don't know why exactly, but it just ended up being so slow. I think it's however they decided to. Like I said, it's only been a few that I tried to watch, but of those few, I think they like did very literal, like translate like pacing for the original story. They didn't like try to like
Mysteries
condense it down.
Fast-paced.
That or maybe the writers were just
kind of slow, but it picks up really fast. It's really good.
Oh, that's just how you describe your theme. Okay, Akira. To be legally distinct, I see. Understandable. Very fast paced. Good.
I can't say that there were any sections that dragged on too much. I feel like everything was the correct amount of pacing. I found episode 1 to be just a little bit too long, just in terms of the build-up, but it's to be expected.
It is the first episode. There does have to be some construction on episode 1 usually.
But it's 30 minutes an episode, so you definitely get more time than your average anime.
Yeah,
because the opening is about a minute, and the ending. Actually, I don't really think the ending's all that long, really. Episode 1 had a lot of world building and lore. You were thrown off the deep end. Yes. Which makes sense, which is why I wasn't too upset about it.
That's interesting. I'll have to make sure that I give it a try, probably tonight.
It's one of the few series that I've ever ranked as like a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
I'm very particular.
You know, I believe you. That's quite the rank to get. One of these days, I'm gonna get more streamers to watch, not watch, play Armored Core 6. I need that. I need that in my life.
Be damn near close to a 10 out of 10. Yeah, S tier is how I like to say it.
What is it? Lord of Mysteries.
Lord of Mysteries. Yeah, I could send it to you after stream if you want, and where to watch it.
I haven't actually watched Violet Evergarden. It just didn't seem... I've never been in the mood for it. I understand what it's about, and I know people really like it, but I just never felt like watching it. But I think that's just a me thing. Watch Violet Evergarden if you want to cry a lot.
If you cry a lot.
Ooh. I'm not really into crying. I don't hate it, but I try not to cry a lot. Episodes everyone cries over. Maybe Ride Your Wave. Never heard of it in my life.
No, I haven't.
Kicks Ghibli in the nuts for quality. Damn. I honestly, I don't think I've seen many Ghibli movies. I know they're like really popular with a lot of people, but just
Only seen
never,
you.
never got around to it. Very good anime movie. Oh, like Porco Rosso. I can Google it real quick and just get an idea. Is bro like an RAF pilot? What is this? Wait, actually, a pilot cursed to be a pig. Okay. He's an animal, but it's symbolism. Well, yeah. That's interesting. Like I said, I have so many things to watch that I would love to watch, and I'm just like slowly catching up on them. Like here and there.
Damn, I got like this long list of shit that I need to watch and read, and I just have not been able to get around to any of it really.
Yeah, well, like I've been trying to watch Star Trek, and I started off with one of the most recent ones. Next Generation, I think. No, not Next Generation. What the hell is it? Brave New Worlds? Something like that. The newest Star Trek. I was like, let's just start there because I know that they're all kind of like they reference each other, but you can watch them separately. That's fine. So I did, and like the newest one, amazing. I was like, okay, really high bar that they're setting here. Hopefully the rest are as good. I watched Star Trek Enterprise. That was pretty good, but it was very it really felt like early 2000s. You know what I mean? Like it really is a product of its time. It was good, but it was definitely like, yeah, I recognize that this is a show from the 2000s, 100%. So, you know, it could have been better, but it wasn't bad. I don't think it was quite timeless, but it was pretty good. Like some of the themes they explore and stuff is like, oh yeah, that's, yep. Mm-hmm. And then I just started watching Deep Space Nine because I've heard good things about that one. And it's been pretty good so far. I'm kind of like working my way backwards, I guess, which will probably be interesting for some of the references. So far, yeah, it's been really good. I'm excited to watch more. It's like Deep Space Nine, watch Babylon 5. Okay. I intend to watch all of them. I want to maybe not all of them. I've heard some are not so great, but like most of them at least. Definitely want to watch them. I think if I go too far back, it might get a little too what's the word, campy or whatever. And then I might not be as invested. I don't know if I'll finish the really old ones, but like I'm gonna try. And then I have, I'm trying to kind of keep up on anime. It's only so many hours in a day, man.
Yeah.
Trying to do all that.
I finished 20 or something in the past month and change.
But you've had a lot of time, yeah, so.
Yeah. Before I started back on streaming, I watched the entirety of Bunny Girl because a lot of people kept telling me it was good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
It started off pretty good. I feel like it lost its plot near the end, but that's kind of my take on it.
Yeah. A lot of people overhype things. Yeah, they just do.
Shangri-La Frontier was pretty solid, though.
I don't think I've watched that one yet. I have heard good things. Oh, here we go. I have something very controversial to say. I do not like Evangelion. At least not the original. Or the remade ending either. I didn't really like either of the endings.
I've watched all of it, and I really don't know how I feel about it.
I've heard Rebuild is very different, so that might change my feelings on that part of it, but the original I despised.
I mean, I watched the entirety of the original, even the last 2 episodes, which were pretty much an acid trip.
Yeah.
I really hated the characters, honestly.
I think Shinji is what ruined it for me.
Yeah, I was really tired of hearing him scream about not wanting to get into the robot.
Yeah. It gets old after a while, 'cause it's like, okay, I understand that he's supposed to be, like, still a kid and all those things, but it's like, at a certain point, like, I don't know, maybe life's just been too hard on me, but it's like, I don't think an actual kid under these circumstances would make, like, would at any point do the things that Shinji was doing and be such a little bitch about it. I mean, he might be bitch about it, but like,
get in the robot. You can't make me get in the robot.
yeah.
An inside joke at this point.
If it makes sense if you realize Anno wrote it specifically to recount his own journey with depression. That's great and all for Anno. As a viewer, that does not change anything for me. I just hated Shinji so much. He was so insufferable.
Didn't get any better.
Yeah, so here's kind of how I feel about the, like, the idea of subverting expectations. It is fantastic
Have a good night.
until it's insufferable. Like, I feel like if you want a better criticism, let's say, of the industry of, common plot devices and things like that, definitely Monogatari series does an amazing job of basically shit talking the industry while making something funny and, cool. That even uses the tropes. Like, I think that is like the peak of subversion and, like, fucking with the what the industry is doing and has been doing and probably will keep doing. I think, yeah, I didn't mind Asuka as much, probably because she was on screen a lot less. But yeah, Shinji being the extreme caricature that he was, I couldn't fucking deal with him. I had someone try to explain it to me as like, can't you, like, relate to him? I'm like, no, no, as a child, I went through things that were quite severe, and I definitely did not turn into a crying little shriveling, like useless shit. So it frustrates me greatly that Shinji is the way he is. I understand why he is, but I hate it. It's everything I don't like. Like, hate it so much. Because, like, at first he had my sympathy, because, like, that's difficult, right? This is a tough situation, man. But after a certain amount of time, it just couldn't do it. Yeah, I have heard the movies are better. I just haven't gotten around to watching them. I assume it's kind of the same plot, so
More or less, yeah.
I don't really know what the point would be. If there's major changes in the plot, then yeah, I'd probably watch it. I like the idea. It has some really cool art and, like, philosophy going on, things to think about. But as entertainment, I did not like it. Cool art project. Like, that's kind of my take on it. Like, if you were, for critics, it's probably very interesting, but for 16, 17-year-old me, it was just frustrating and annoying. So, different audience, I guess, maybe. Oh, yeah, I don't blame people who liked it. I think I just hate Shinji too much to enjoy the rest of what's there. A lot of the scenes that didn't have Shinji in them were really great. I loved them. I think it'd be really funny if someone made an edit of like the original show and just cut Shinji out of it as much as possible while still making sense. I think that would be really good.
Show
Yeah.
can only be a
Shinji.
couple hours.
Shinji and Asuka are divisive in the original. Yeah, no, definitely they are. Which, I mean, I don't have anything against the creator or anything. I mean, he just made what he wanted to make. But when people are like, it's the best show ever, I'm like, all right, let's not. I can't agree. You know, it's definitely like foundational. It's definitely a huge inspiration for a lot of people. But I wouldn't. It's not in my top 10 for any reason. There's definitely like older shows, Cowboy Bebop, for example, that easily outshine it as, you know, good entertainment, you know, great characters, great storytelling. You know, and probably just as, if not more influential, especially in the West. I think Cowboy Bebop really took off, at least over here. I don't know what happened in Japan for that stuff, but I know it really like took off here. There's a lot of people who don't even like anime, but they know Cowboy Bebop. You know, I don't feel like Fooly Cooly took off nearly as much over here. I remember loving it. It was really cool. I was also like way too young to be watching it. I had no idea what I was watching. But you know, little me was watching it on late night Toonami, and that shit was cool. They would play it every now and again. Yeah, no, that's that.
Was definitely the place to discover that sort of thing.
Oh yeah. And oh god, what was it? I only saw it like once or twice. But it was bo 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 bo, something like that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, there was some show like that that was like the goofiest thing I'd ever seen. I'm trying to think of what else I saw Naruto on Toonami when I was a little kid. Made my whole personality about Naruto for like a good year. Then eventually they got to the parts that were like just really bad with filler, and I kind of fell off. They started talking for too long, and I just checked out.
Naruto had a lot there.
It did. It had so much. I did not get far.
Bleach did too.
Yeah. No, it did. I tried to watch... I think I watched, like, the original Bleach series recently, and there were huge chunks of the show that were just marked as filler, and I was like, holy crap! It was like 20 episodes or something. There'd be a whole arc that was just, you know, like a side story that didn't really matter. And I'd be like, wow, great! And I could just skip them. It was awesome. And it was like nothing happened. Hey, Pat, how's it going? We're talking like gaming and stuff. It's definitely become and stuff. Yeah, I have to. I want to finish it though.
I sat through all the filler.
Oh,
and I don't recommend it. It sucked.
Oh God, no. Oh, another controversial opinion. I liked the 3D Berserk movies. I think they were pretty good for what they worked with.
I watched the movies, which seemed pretty cohesive. I don't really have much of an opinion on it.
Well, that's what I mean. So those were the 3D movies that a lot of people think are not good enough. Like they're very upset about it. I thought they were fine.
They were okay. I didn't see the original series, but it was fine from what I saw.
They were. I read the manga immediately after I watched the movies, and they were like dead on, like scene for scene. I think they cut out maybe like one or two like little side things. Not quite like filler, but stuff that just like wasn't super important. So I guess you could call it filler. But for the most part, it was like literally scene for scene that they interpreted it, which is like pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. It's better than getting nothing, which is probably what the alternative was. You know, it was just either the original series or this. Like, oh. I do know someone out there made a mashup where you can watch everything, and they swap between the original series and the 3D one to be as faithful as possible to the original show. Or not to the original show, to the original manga. Hey Namari, heading home? I hope you had fun. We've just been yapping. You know, like it's as faithful as you can get is this mashup of the original series and the 3D movies. It's like, it's really good. It's really good. I strongly recommend it. Anyone who hasn't seen Berserk yet, hasn't watched, hasn't read it, watch that. It is so good. Has some funny stories to share. Hope y'all convo has been nice. I'll come back once home. Sounds good. Sounds good. I don't know how long I'll be going because my voice is dying, but we'll see.
I can keep going if you can keep going.
Ayo. I look up and I just see you're just kind of like staring into the abyss.
I've built up some endurance.
I see, I see.
You can go another round.
Oh. Oh, okay. You say so. Yeah, no, let's see. Are y'all drinking? No, not
No.
drinking.
Water.
Yeah, I got water. You want water?
I love water.
I'm not supposed to drink. Not much anyway. I occasionally have one drink. You know.
No,
That's
why not?
one. The medication I take. You're not supposed to like drink heavily.
Oh shit, I forgot to take my vitamin today.
You should do that.
It's too late for that.
It's too late to take a vitamin?
It's like 8 p.m.
It's just a vitamin.
Like hours ago.
It's just a vitamin. It's
Take it
fine.
any later. It'll give me ligma. I don't know. I don't want to tempt that chance. My immunity's pretty low as is.
Yeah, you can definitely take vitamins basically whenever. They're just vitamins.
Take vitamins before bed. All right.
Yeah. Not a big deal. Yeah. You don't want to like eat a whole meal and then go straight to bed. Not if you can avoid it anyway. But even that, I mean, it depends on person to person how that will impact you. But generally good advice, yeah. You know, vitamins or whatever. They're just basic building blocks. It's like drinking water at that point, really. Not a big deal. Unless it's the kind of vitamin or anything like that that will like upset your stomach. Then, you know, consider it. I only take my vitamins around lunch, and that's just because it's like the most consistent time that I will eat. And that way I know that I should be taking it so I don't take, you know, a double dose or whatever of them. Because if I just take it whenever, then I might forget that I took it at lunch. And that's kind of a pain. So I just always take it at lunch. It's easy. And when I sleep in, I wake up right when it's lunchtime. So what were you saying, Red?
I'd try and take it in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's just vitamins, it's fine. Now medication, that's different. You want to take that on a regular schedule. Yeah. I don't know if I have a whole nother hour in me, but I got some endurance left. Trying to think what else what else here?
Seen the lineup for the next year of anime?
No, no. What's coming?
So much. Let me pull it
So
up.
much.
I know there's a lot of shows that I'm interested in.
Let's see. 2026 anime. Let's just Google that and see what it gets.
Trapped in a Dating Sim's getting a season 2. ReZero season 4. Jujutsu Kaisen season 3.
I don't know how to pronounce this one very well, but the one with the cat girl with the sentient sword, that one's getting a season 2. I'm pretty hyped for that.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's a good one. Oh my god. What? Saga of Tanya the Evil. Tanya the Evil season 2, yeah. Holy shit.
Finally.
It's huge. Fire Force conclusion.
Fire Force ending?
It ends? That's crazy. Oh yeah, Freerin season 2.
Summoner's getting a... Hell Mode Summoner's getting a... It's awesome. I think
the finale.
Tenshura's getting a season 4.
Yeah, I saw that. Frisky's gonna lose his fucking mind.
Over
He's
Tenshura?
obsessed. Yeah, he's obsessed with his full name is Frisky Tempest.
Yeah, I saw that. I wasn't sure what...
Yeah, no, that's because he has an unhealthy obsession with the slime.
That's fair.
I see a woman with a gun. Kukaku Kirotai.
I think I know that one. I know they're like putting out a movie for Assassination Classroom. I don't know why, but they're doing it.
Yeah, what?
It's been over for ages.
Yeah, that story's over. What? I guess you could try to continue it off of something, but are they just gonna like rehash it basically?
I'm not sure what they're doing with it.
Maybe they're just gonna re-release it as a movie, like in movie format, in theaters.
Maybe.
It's good, but like that'd be a really long movie. I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Delicious in Dungeon, season 2.
I guess there is a lot of filler in Assassination Classroom. You could definitely condense it, but I don't think it would be good.
More Bleach. More Dr. Stone. Wow, we're on part 3 of Science Future. Wild.
Yeah, I kind of fell off on Dr. Stone. It's a lot, and a lot of it just, I don't know.
I'm slowly watching it.
It just doesn't enthrall me enough.
Season 5 of Shield Hero, I feel like after season 1 it kind of fell off a little bit.
It's like come and gone. Like it waxes and wanes like the moon. It's
Yeah, season 1 was awesome though.
Yeah. Now there was one season, I forget which one, maybe 3. It's honestly just insufferable. And then we got back to like pretty normal stuff, and it was fine for 4.
Season 2 was pretty insufferable.
Yeah, I think 3 was the worst, and then 4 was like pretty good. It's fine, you know, it's good enough. So I'm wondering if it's gonna get better.
Monster season 2.
We're getting more Fate. I haven't watched Fate at all or anything of that sort. I probably should.
Good.
Yeah, but there is an order, and I don't know the order.
I started with Fate 0, and then what did I do after that? Because I've only gotten past 0 and something else. It's long. It's very lengthy. There's a vending machine isekai. I don't know if you know about that.
I do know about that one. That one's it's like it's the good kind of slop. You know what I mean? It's like junk food. It's definitely like junk food.
I mean, it was definitely new and kind of exciting.
It was it was interesting.
As
Although
far as being a vending machine goes.
yeah, I think it starts to get a little like, yeah, okay, whatever, buddy. After a while, it's like,
Hey guys, I'm a vending machine and I vend stuff.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the sort of thing that's really limited. You can only characterize so much about being a vending machine.
Oh, he's not just any vending machine. He's a vending machine that can turn into other vending machines.
Oh, the Cuckold Show. Yeah, that one's getting a season 5.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
We don't even have to say what it is. We
Nope.
just know.
I think everyone knows what I mean by that. If you're into anime, you know which one that is.
For those of you that don't, keep it that way. It's not worth your time. Watched a single season and I hated it.
Yeah, I think I watched the first one and I was like, wow, this is cringe. See ya.
This is terrible. I'm not watching this again.
Tokyo Revengers, the show where they just cry a lot.
I haven't seen it yet. Is it any good?
I have such conflicted feelings on it because everyone except for the main character is great. The main character, much like Shinji, is just a big freaking crybaby. Like,
He's supposed to be like in a gang or something.
uh-huh. Which, like, him being like a softie is fine, but he's such a little crybaby. Shaman King, huh?
I haven't seen Shaman King.
I don't know anything about that. I haven't even heard of it.
Oh yeah, Blue Exorcist is still going on. I thought they stopped after the movie.
I thought so too, and then I saw it again and I was like, I don't remember what happened last time I watched this. It has been so long that I kind of don't care anymore.
It's fair.
So maybe one day I'll come back to it.
I've only finished the one season of Beastars. I don't even remember watching it.
That's brutal. That might be the worst thing you can say about a show. I watched it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was pretty good from what I can remember, the bits and pieces, but at the same time, it's mostly a blur. Kind of same thing with My Hero. I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I don't remember much of My Hero either. Like, I've watched most of it. But...
I've watched up until season 8, and I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, I can remember a handful of scenes, like, very specifically, but that's about it.
Yeah.
ReZero is another one I should catch up on. I didn't watch season 3 yet.
You should. You should watch it immediately.
I know I should, but also it's a very violent. It's so violent. It's
It's
like I'm
so
trying to relax and sleep, and people are getting like twisted in half in front of me, and I'm like, this is very uncomfortable.
I gotta rewatch the series again because season 4 is coming pretty soon.
Yeah,
4 months.
yeah, it's on the list here.
I mean, after season 2, it gets so much better. How they're gonna be able to get season 4 wrapped up in a nice way since they're only doing 19 episodes.
I guess that means that that's where an arc ends, and they don't want to.
I mean, it's supposed to take about 25, really, but it's their choice that they want to
Shorten it.
to do. They want to shorten it. That's
Well, you never know.
decision.
We'll see what happens, huh?
It's supposed to be one of the most brutal arcs.
Hmm.
I'm so excited.
I feel like they say that every time, though. So,
This one is definitely one of the greatest arcs in the series. All I can say is shit gets real.
that doesn't help at all, but that's okay. I don't need
I
to
don't want
be.
to spoil it for you.
Yeah, as I don't need to be spoiled, but like that. Yeah, you just described ReZero. What do you mean? You know?
But you know how I don't even want to give you hints because
No, I don't want hints. I'm just saying, like it's not.
all I can say is it's gonna be great.
Okay.
I really want to tell you why, but I can't.
Nope. Nope. You're not allowed.
I can't. I can't do it. It's gonna ruin your enjoyment.
Oh, Hell's Paradise is season 2 is coming. Hell yeah.
I didn't see anything about Dan to Dan season 3, so maybe they're waiting on that.
I don't know.
No Record of Ragnarok got its new season like this month, so I'm gonna wait until that's fully out.
I do recommend Hell's Paradise if you haven't seen that one.
You're gonna have to remind me.
Jigokuraku, if that. I'll send it to you.
Seen it.
Very good.
You seen Durarara?
I think I started and then I never finished.
Really good. That's definitely a nice series to relax to. It's not too intense.
You know, I just never got around to it. There's more important things on my list.
Fate Stay
It's
Night
very
after
short.
Fate Zero. That's what I meant to say.
This stream, I want all the anime you two just said, and I like to have a list of it. Uh-oh. I have not been making a list. You're gonna have to be writing these down yourself, Buster. Hey, Dem, you're back? Hold on, I just want to check something real quick.
I use my anime list to keep track of all my stuff.
I don't do that.
No,
Dem, you rated 2 hours ago. You're just back? You took a nap. Aw, poor little guy needed a nappy wappy. I hope you slept well, buddy. Did you suck on your little binky and hug your little blankie?
Loner Life in Another World. Yeah, that was pretty okay.
No, I fucked your
Your
mom's.
mom's.
I don't think you did. Why would you lie to me, Dem? That's fucked up.
After a certain point, these isekai animes really blend together, and you can't really tell what's what anymore.
No, you really can't. There's so many. It's turning into like the new SAO. It's ooh, you know. I mean, I know SAO kind of started off sort of kind of the isekai, but like the more fantasy-esque isekai stuff is really taken off.
I don't consider any of SAO canon after the half of season one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, season 1 was pretty good. Just not
First
much
half
else.
was great.
I mean, the rest of it was at least like it finished out the story, and they could have left it there, and it would have been like, holy shit. Everything after that was kind of not as good. It was fine, but it wasn't as good. The reverse flash. So what? You're a snail? Are you telling me to watch out for a snail trail on the floor? Like, did you leave a mess on your way out? Did you forget to take off your shoes? Like, what are you trying to tell me with that, Dem? Come on. Don't even know the reference. No, I don't. Sorry, I do not have omniscient knowledge of everything that goes on in the world. I can't know your very specific reverse flash reference, whatever the hell that means. You do? Okay. What number am I thinking of?
67.
You're wrong, Dem. You're wrong. But you know what's really funny? The answer was 24. The answer was 24. You almost had it. You almost had it, Dem. But you're wrong. So, clearly you don't have universal knowledge of everything. 69 would have been a really good guess. So would 6-7. 42 was not a bad option. 6-7. 6-7. Yeah. Nope, not quite there. 42 always. Thinking about pie. Bruh. Wow. I disproved another falsehood from Dem today. That's good. Always good.
You seen Space Dandy?
No, I don't think I have.
Pretty funny. I think it was on Adult Swim for a bit.
Hmm. Oh yeah, that's where I saw Fully Cooley. It was on Adult Swim at like midnight or whatever. If I knew that Fully Cooley was going to be on when I was like 15 or whatever, I would stay up just to watch it. I still like did not understand what the frick I was watching, man. It was so confusing. As an adult, I still only vaguely understood it when I rewatched it, and I was like, this is something, all right. Okay. But like, at least I kind of got it.
Same with Dragon Ball Z. I'd only watch the bits and pieces that would show up on Toonami.
Mm-hmm.
Did not know what I was watching.
Yeah, no clue.
It was
It
never
looked cool.
cohesive. Except for when they actually decided to like stream the Tournament of Power arc, like start to finish. That was the only time I was like, oh, okay, I get this.
Trying to
The
remember.
rest, what the fuck this is. I was just about to say, I've never watched this, and that's because it's telling me that I didn't watch it.
I don't remember the name of an anime in particular, and I'm
Describe
failing.
it.
It,
Describe it.
how do I even describe it? Without spoiling parts of it. That's
Words.
without spoiling parts of it, because it's like it's so important.
Okay, that's fair.
God, how? I
Maybe
want to say
sounds.
no. Hold on. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. Here we go. Metallic Rouge. There we go.
I've never heard. I don't think I would have guessed it.
Yeah, no, it's like it's kind of an offbeat title. Amazing show. I haven't finished it yet, but it's so dense. It's like a how would you even describe it? It's like a it's almost a mystery, like noir-esque type of thing, but set in like a much more sci-fi setting. I can recommend it very strongly though. Here, I'll send you my anime list for it. It's really cool. I intend to rewatch it from the start at some point because I just haven't actually finished it. And it's the plot's really important, so I kind of forget everything. Didn't watch the original. I've never watched any Dragon Ball Z, honestly. It's just it's a thing that I will do eventually, but not recently. Also, I know it's full of filler. Cooking stream? What do you want me to cook? I'm not a cook.
A cooking stream would be interesting.
I also don't have a very good setup. Like, I don't have a fume hood for my cooktop, so camera's gonna be covered, absolutely covered in all the oil and shit. That's why I actually kind of don't like cooking here, just because if you're cooking with anything oily at all, which is a lot of stuff, the kitchen gets full of this like oily crap in the air that I can't get rid of. I've like no good way. I can open a window, but it's like across the apartment, and there's no window in the kitchen, so it just kind of lingers. It sucks. I try to avoid it. Of course, I do have to cook some stuff, but I try to cook things in like batches and stuff. But yeah, I don't think it would go very well. Trying to make a cooking stream. Maybe that'll be another one of those things that I will consider doing when I have my own place and I can, do stuff. Maybe. We'll see. Cook something for you. I can make like pancakes on stream. I could do that at my desk. Just bring the little griddle over, Do stuff like that, but nothing messy. Welcome back, Bendy. Made pancakes yesterday. I haven't made pancakes in a while. All right. My throat's starting to give out. Do you have anything else to talk about, Rad?
I can think of something.
All right, well, you got 3 seconds. Chop, chop.
3 seconds. Okay. Skyrim lore. I don't know anything about Skyrim lore.
I got nothing. And we're talking. Well, I don't want to ruin my voice. Okay, Dan, what do you got? Any questions from the chat too? Any questions on anything we talked about or stuff you might just want to know our thoughts and opinions on?
Cool. Thought. A grilled cheese sandwich stops being a grilled cheese sandwich after you add any other ingredient to it. that takes away from the cheese.
Well, then it just becomes like a ham and cheese grilled sandwich. Or grilled ham and cheese, I suppose.
At that point, it's just a melt.
I mean, yeah, you could call it that too.
Green onion on a grilled cheese, that's still a grilled cheese. Bacon on a grilled cheese.
Depends on how much. I think it's the quantity that matters. This guy's graphics card. That's a great question. Let me check.
On my laptop.
What
you like on your
do I have? So I have a AMD Radeon RX 7900 XT.
Definitely blueberries on pancakes. Bananas too.
What do I like on my pancakes? So I like to mix peanut butter into my pancake mix and make peanut butter pancakes. They're so good. And they come out thicker too.
And what outfit should Tay wear next? I don't know. What are my choices?
I think they're saying like anything at all.
A towel.
A towel. Wow.
A towel.
You just Rad wants to see me in a towel. You guys heard it here first.
I like the way you think. What's a creative talent that you guys like to master? Learning how to draw would be cool. Like how to draw actual people, anime characters. Drawing in general would be pretty cool.
Nice yawn. I did not yawn. I was messing with my beard and stuff. I will probably yawn soon, but I am a little eepy. Yeah, if I had to pick something to master, probably like 3D modeling and animation, like that whole pipeline. But that's like it's such a big thing, you know? Did to choose a way to wipe out humanity, what would you pick? Like, it has to 100% eradicate humanity?
A giant train.
A giant train. There's one really big train.
Yeah, just going right through the earth.
Or put us on the brink.
Game I'll play.
Asteroid impact.
That's a good question.
I think that would be the best way. So it's nobody's fault.
Probably Misery. After I finish Fallout and Skyrim, I definitely want to go back into playing Misery. That was fun. It's way more fun with friends, though. Shameless plugin, I think it's 50% off until Monday.
What, Misery?
Oh, no. It's not.
Oop.
It said that it was, but I guess it's not.
Giant Meteor of Death is my fave. Hell yeah.
But it's still like under $10, so. Right.
I didn't transplant my brain, Dom. Dominic, this is my original head.
It'd be interesting.
Most of my body is augmented, but, you know. If you had to choose a way to wipe out humanity, what would you pick? Dem says, Galaxitus climaxes and the whole world is covered, and we all die in a white... I don't know.
What's that?
Something of Galaxitus's seed. Okay. I think Tim needs some mods to his face. Did I? You really think so? I mean, I have the add-ons and stuff, but like I've only been augmented, not replaced. I have considered getting some parts replaced, like my hands, you know? Like the below the elbow area. You see the new Peak concert? Content? Did
What?
you mean content?
Haven't seen anything.
Not my question, but how much to get mod? What do you mean how much? How much what?
$100 and it goes up every 2 minutes.
Another game Peak. There was a concert? No, I never heard of that. Favorite attachment for the tip of a mechanical tentacle. Probably a halberd.
Spatula.
That's a good answer too. I feel like the halberd can do that too.
It could.
Baby No Money and Iron Mouse performed in what?
Seen it. What did you say, Rad? The tentacle?
Yeah.
Spatula. Spatula would be a good attachment to it. Spatula, yeah.
Yep.
Like for cooking and stuff.
It's an actual thing. Send me a dem. I find that so hard to believe. That seems like such a silly thing to do. For the two of them. Brad likes to be in the kitchen. Yeah, yeah.
Rad would be a great boy wife.
Rad is a great boy wife.
So I am told.
I can't show you. It's in the game. What the heck? Okay. You say so. No, I mean, Rad, let's be real. You are the submissive Omega here.
Am I?
Yes. Is Rad Tay's boy wife? No. No.
I know how to preheat my cereal. I don't mean to brag, but I know how to get it soggy pretty quick.
Tay's settling down. No. Not mine. I'm just saying. Rad has wife.
Yes.
They're gonna get a harem. Signups win. We're gonna you're gonna have to put your income on that application. I'm just saying. That's crazy, Dem. I'm shocked by that. You filled the first 10 slots thanks to time travel dupes. Okay, but what's your income? Because like if I'm managing a harem, I can't work anymore. Like I'm not gonna have time for that. You thought I was like, it seemed quite outrageous, Dem. So
Catch that. I'll leave that then.
huh?
Income, you might be covered income.
Listen, if you put that on the application, I'm definitely not accepting.
Thank you for the fun.
Okay, to just like do work around the house. There's already someone slotted in for that, so there's only so much work to be done. So the rest of them, you know, gotta pay the rent, you know, gotta pay the mortgage. Trying my best. You'll get there. Horse needs handling. Income. I mean, I guess I can pay you income. Jesus. Oh my god. I can't pay the bills with this. Go over to the donation center. They'll pay you. Maybe.
You could fill up a bunch of jars with it. I don't know what you do afterwards, but you could put them in jars.
That's a lot. To fill a jar is a lot. Even a small jar. That's a lot. That's a lot of work. There might be something here Rad's not telling us, and I'm not sure I want to know, but I'm just saying that's a lot.
It just takes a day and a dream.
And a dream. Well, like a couple of electrodes. Anyway, give me 2 years. I'll have a steady income. Okay, okay. I mean, I'll be taking applications for a while, I think. We'll see how long I can keep open for. You know, it just depends. Goodness, there are quite a few questions back there. Were there any we missed?
See any on my end? What would you do if you had enough money to take care of everything you need to? What would you do? Would you still work?
I'd be a full-time streamer.
Yeah?
Yep.
Wouldn't, like, want to travel or anything?
Maybe sometimes, but I'm more of a like a homebody. I don't really. I would just have I would have a nice small house somewhere that I feel very safe with good fiber internet, and I would just be I'd just be a full-time streamer. That's what I would do. That's how I'd keep myself busy, keep myself motivated.
I'd want to go on that cruise that lasts like 3 years, I think.
Isn't that for like old people who are gonna die?
I don't think so. I think anybody can do it. It's like a couple $100,000, but it's 3 years worth of, or was it 80,000?
I think it was under 100K.
But like 3 years on a boat.
Yeah, yeah. You commit to 3 years. That's why it's like worth it to them. Hey, my question: when are we gonna burn and crash in Fortnite SMH? It's not nice to keep a lady waiting. I don't know what to tell you. I don't plan most of my collabs. My collabs plan themselves, and then I just work around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just come to me and they say, I want to do the thing, and I'm like, oh, fine. I guess I can do that, and then we go do that. Like, it just happens. I don't plan these things. To ask Dem and tell Dem that you want me there, and then Dem will make it happen, I'm sure. Was the last time we played? I haven't played much that was like co-op in a while, other than War Thunder.
You bring the boys back together for 7 Days to Die once the new update's out.
I think they would all rather like die than play that game again.
At least there'll be human NPCs in there. New level of gameplay. No.
No.
I mean, it was a dumpster fire. It still is, but more fun with people.
I think there's just better things to do. I would rather play Fortnite. Yeah, no, Dem would definitely play. I'll play with you. We have to plan this. I can't. Do you know when the wizard stuff drops in Fortnite? I have no clue, personally. It might be known, but I wouldn't know.
Harry Potter?
I have no idea. Free all winter break. All right. I don't know. We could do that for Christmas. I'm probably gonna be here for Christmas, so I'll be streaming. I got nothing better to do. We could do an all day Fortnite Battle Pass gaming event. um, and just roll people in. Christmas, I won't be home though. Oh my goodness, Namari. Shaking my head. Can't believe you. Why would you do this to me? Why? How? Betrayed. Be with my family. Well, I'm happy that one of us will be. No, but that's fine. We can always plan something though. Definitely hit up Dem. Dem is good at planning things and remembering to plan things. If you join my family through an official document and ceremony, what? That's a crazy thing to propose through a Twitch chat. I know a few people who will fight you over that too, so watch out. You know, watch your back. I'm just saying. Not all of them are women either, so. I'd be the priest. Bold of you to think that I would have any kind of religious wedding. I'm not a very religious person, and by that I mean I'm not religious. I definitely would not want to be in a church or something. It'd be kind of weird. I'd be the judge. You can try. I mean, that's going to be a complicated process for you to become a judge, but you know, I'm rooting for you, Dem. I have concerns about the idea of you trying to get through law school, but like, if you think you can do it, I'm right here for you, buddy. A nerdy wedding. Hold on now. Hold on now. Let's stop at can we have a wedding? That's the first question. Like I said, you're gonna have to participate in some blood sports for that. There's quite a few people competing. I don't know when the competition will be, but you gotta wait for that one.
There will be a blood bowl.
Yeah, a blood bowl of sorts. Well, it'll be like a death race, you know. Made your favorite streamer a patch? Cool.
The Warhammer sport.
You hitting the gym to prepare? She's gonna get ready. Mentally and physically prepared. Win you over with muscles and charm. Holy crap. I better let the rest of them know that there's going to be a fierce competition. Of course, my stable income. That's important too. What charm? Wow! Whoa! Bendy's firing shots! That's a crazy shot to fire too. God damn. I think we have I think Namari might be down for the count with that one. Oof. Oof. I'm very charming. I think it's the tism, but I'm just filled with whimsy. Rhythm with the tism. Is that your plan? That's my wives. You already have wives, and now you want to be part of a harem? This is you're kind of all over the place. And what are you gonna tell Frisky? Oh God, poor guy. I'm not Tay's wife. Tay is my wife. Am I? When did I agree to any of this? People are just claiming me. I may be a bit of a clanker, but I'm not a complete robot. You can't just own me. Consider a knife. One moment. There you go. Frisky's a wife, so he's a good source to a test of my whimsy. Frisky's a wife? That's crazy. You've feminized him. That's wild. How does Frisky feel about that? Ooh, now we have to find out whose is bigger. Hold on now, I didn't agree to a sword fight. Wife agreed to be my wife? Interesting. Answer is Dems. I don't know, I feel like... Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. A bit much. A bit too far. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that one sleep.
Gonna let it simmer.
Fun to riff off of. That's what I'm here for. I love this type of stuff. This is great. Wait, listen, when you get me and like Midori on a stream together, it's so bad. It's great, but it's so bad because we just give each other shit the entire time. And then like it's fine, we're friends. It's cool. But we both really like giving people shit and like just making shit up and just going off. And we know we can do it with each other. It's great. I tried to do it to Frisky, but Frisky's a sensitive little guy, you know? So I can only do it a little bit. I can't go too harsh on him. I don't know Rad enough yet, otherwise I'd be giving him shit too, but he's pretty quiet. He's just been kind of chilling over there.
Yeah. They have anything to say.
You leave Friskers alone. Alright. You say so. That's like girl boss. Oh my god. Yes. Something like that. It's been a long time since I did the gay guy voice, so and it's kind of given out on me here. And I will accept none of you saying, "Isn't that just how you always sound?" No. Stop that. I know you're typing it. No. Hand off the keyboard.
What if they're not typing with their hands?
Well, what are they typing with then, Rad? Go on, explain.
I'll leave it up to your imagination.
Oh? So what, they're typing with their elbow? Their tongue? Their nose?
No. Dem's got it right.
I would never say that. I'm typing with my third leg.
Just
Well, at least that confirms something. I'm sorry, Dem. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that that works for you. That's you got a precision instrument right there. Tipping with my imagination. Oh my god, did I just like do that with my mind? One of those lines? Is that where we're headed? I might have to turn down the character volume if that's where we're headed. This might be turning into a AAA game.
it's the schizophrenia.
It's the schizophrenia. Yes, of course. On my family's yearly art contest, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Good job. Rad's slowly trying to slide away.
By the way, I don't think I can go any farther than this.
At least on my end, it shows you like going off screen a little bit.
No, does it? I'm just.
Yeah, I have you tucked over on the side there.
I'm just swaying.
Rad, you're not allowed to leave. Rad's allowed to leave. I'm not gonna hold him hostage. Now you're my hostages. You're stuck here with me. All right. As my chat, you're just stuck. You're stuck here with me. I mean, where else would you go? Come on. Is there really anything better out there? I mean, really? Really? Don't lie about it.
Okay, the jars need filling.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
The jars need filling.
With what exactly? What are we filling? What goes in the jar, Rad?
Jars.
What goes in the jar?
Yo, you know. Stuff.
Yeah, what's the stuff? Can you describe it?
The type you can make cheese with.
What kind of cheese?
The one that you can only make yourself.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Is there like a how it's made episode on this?
There might be.
Might be?
There might be.
You know, Rad, I think we might need a demonstration. Can you show the class?
I don't have the animations for it, unfortunately.
I see. Yeah, everyone's really disappointed. They wanted to see you make cheese. I like How It's Made. How It's Made was like a really cool show. What am I doing tomorrow? We were gonna do that thing with Zeeg. I don't know what's happening with that. I forget. If that falls through, I was gonna play Yakuza as I had originally planned. I don't have the game, so I don't think it's happening. That's something we could resolve if needed. But I'd said to Zeeg that I felt bad making you move your schedule if we didn't have everyone. So like maybe we should do something else. And she didn't really get back to me on that, so yeah. You should probably check in with her. Like nowish. Just so it's so we figure this out as soon as we can. Yeah. Well, we'll figure something out. Also, you should start including Rad in collabs now. In fact, you should pressure him really hard to do more things. Right?
I'll show up.
Good. Rad has lots of time right now, so he can do it. He can do it.
I hold the peer pressure pretty easily.
Good. We're going to make sure we use that for positive gains. So Rad want to play Satisfactory.
I do not have Satisfactory.
Yeah. So that's...
I would if I had it.
And it's a $40 game.
Inviting you and Dem to play Misery.
Yeah, what about Fortnite? We've been playing a lot of Fortnite lately. It's fun.
I don't have it downloaded.
We do play it a lot.
I'm just not good at those kind of games. Yeah, I saw that you had it on your list, Dem.
Don't worry,
It's
Dem...
a lot of fun. It's still being...
Dem isn't that good at Fortnite either, so you don't have to stress about like being the worst in the group. Not that I'm good either. I'm
Going
just
to
saying.
grind really fast.
Yeah. No, just stick with the team and you'll be fine. We'll teach you the things you need to know. How? No. What? Huh?
Proxy chat on in this game?
In what? In Fortnite? No. No, there's
Fortnite.
there's no proxy chat. Not that I know
That's
of.
good. They won't be able to hear me saying I'm going to touch them. Good.
Yeah, that would probably be inappropriate sometimes.
Yeah, I could see how it would be, yeah.
Yeah. It is Fortnite.
I remember the last time I played it. Same thing with Overwatch. I haven't touched that in like ages.
That is well, that's just not a Twitch-approved outfit. Okay, anyway, moving on. Overwatch made Tay crash out. I did crash out. I think I crashed out at Arc Raiders, too. It wasn't on stream, but I crashed out. It wasn't about Arc Raiders specifically. I was just really pissed off that, like, game devs have given up on making good AI in games, and they have reverted so far on giving a shit about making good AI that most of the AI now can't even walk on the ground. They have to make most of the enemies flying enemies because they just can't be bothered to do anything else. It's like, oh my god. I was playing Arc Raiders with Stas, and Frisco was the only one that wasn't angry. If I play with other people on Arc, I tend to have a pretty good time. What'd you say, Rad?
I was just reading Ben's comment.
Oh, okay.
Let me suffer.
Yeah, I mean, Fortnite's pretty fun. And it's low stakes, too, which is kind of nice. Because then you don't have to care anymore. All right. I am about shot.
Yeah.
I do have a AUG. Oh, I've rated Suka a lot. I should probably chill. 4 times in the last month. I should probably give other people attention. I'm trying to find someone to raid. Do you have any targets, Rad, or am I the?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna like hop off myself if you're hopping off.
Okay.
I haven't really planned anything today.
Yeah, this was my plan, so.
I might continue reading that appraisal manga that I was telling you about. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the anime to come out. That's kind of like, I don't really read manga. I don't know, maybe I'm too like brain dead, brain rotten or something, but I don't usually.
That's fair. Honestly, the manga can sometimes be better.
Oh, here's someone we can raid. Haven't raided them in a while. I'll send you the name over Discord, and you let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Ow.
Let's do that.
You made me tiny. Why is it so cold in here? Hey, Mac. We're just ending. I'm so sorry. But I hope you're doing well, buddy. All right.
Got it.
You got it ready?
Almost.
Okay. I know, Mac. I'm sorry. Ready to chat a little? Yeah.
Done.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Which?
So.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Let me know once your little delay is over,
Okay.
and then we'll send everybody. Be there first, as always.
Right now screen.
Okie dokie. Thank you all for coming out and watching and commenting and all the fun stuff. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had a good time too, Rad.
Do this
But
again.
yeah, I'd like to do this again sometime. And I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know when you're gonna be back, Rad. When's your next stream, buddy?
Probably tomorrow.
All right, we'll both be back tomorrow. Make sure to follow Rad, everybody. Now kiss. Mwah. I don't know who I'm kissing,
Wow.
though.
Myself.
Kiss the homies goodnight. There you go. All right, have a good night, everyone, and